No more details.
Ours is 50-50. Ours
great.
is. Did you figure out what you're doing?
No.
I mean, you got a couple days left.
I sent him one. I hope he does it.
Moon's
It'd
got
be
the
great for
longest
him
day
and
on
Mallory.
Earth next Saturday.
Yeah. I'll be a tired musician.
He'll be a zombie just as himself.
No, it's going to be great. No, you know what's funny is my wife has figured out what she wants because she knows that I put it off. She figured it out and she's like, all right, I got this thing, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'll go as this. It will match you. Mm-hmm. And I texted the band because the band was like, hey, what are you guys doing? And I texted the band and my guitar player, Chris, was like, oh, that's what me and Leanna are doing. And I was like, dang.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was like,
Jeffrey and Ghislaine.
Yeah, Jeffrey and Ghislaine. Okay,
right, so I was like,
3, 4.
Ghislaine.
So I was like, heck,
Jeff
man,
and Ghislaine's.
I can't do that.
Release
So,
the files.
honestly,
Yeah, the
man,
show is committed.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, if you want as Ghislaine would like the file folder.
Yeah.
What if you went as
file.
Ghislaine
Hilarious.
Bennis, where you're Ghislaine Maxwell and Elaine Bennis
That's very
together?
funny.
Doing the dance?
Ghislaine Bennis.
And every time you
Jeffrey
kick your leg out,
Seinfeld.
a name falls out.
Yeah, kick it out.
Prince Andrew. What?
Dude, wouldn't it? If we could have coordinated
Was that the
that
name?
to have like 300 or 400 Ghislaine and Jeffries watching Walmart Village.
Next year.
Always next
Scott,
year.
you figure out what you're going for?
Friday night.
Yes, I haven't.
As? You have not.
No.
Oh, no.
Scott.
Can I ask?
Is your wife going?
Yeah, she's going.
Does she figure out what she's going to
No,
be?
because we keep going back and forth. So,
What is it this year with our
Another
spouses,
Jeff and
man?
Ghislaine.
yep.
You know, Tim doesn't care about Halloween. This is like I live for Halloween. And I don't know what's up with me, but I think it was the theme. It was throwing me off. I couldn't get my brain straight.
Are you guys on theme?
No.
Nah,
Well, actually,
Ride or
yes.
die.
Yes, we are. There is a part of our costume that is involved in the theme, but you got to really stretch for it.
50 Cent.
You know who loves Halloween?
Who?
Gary Busey.
This is my buddy, Mr. Pumpkinhead. Yeah. He is an incredible friend, especially this time of year. Halloween! Love you, Pumpkin.
Thank you.
Cap cut. That was a cap cut.
That's whenever he leaves is that little sound effect. He just pops. It's like a genie.
I'm telling you, man. Just follow Gary Busey on Instagram. It's just stuff like that.
Who's making all this stuff for him?
Jake Busey. I don't know. I don't know
Does
who
he have a
films.
son?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jake
He
Busey.
does?
The bad guy in
Jake the Snake?
Contact.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he's. Isn't
They
he
got the
also?
same teeth.
Isn't he also the priest in Little Nicky?
He's in Starship Troopers.
Yeah, Starship Troopers
Oh.
is his big role, probably.
He inherited his dad's teeth.
What's his name?
How
Jake
nice.
Busey.
He's in a ton of stuff, but
Yeah, Gary loves Halloween.
He looks like a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, he looks. He looks like a. He looks like a costume.
You know,
Gary.
that would be great if somebody who's an artist could just carve out. There has to be one online. Gary Busey,
Gary Busey, Jack-o'-lantern. There's
Yeah.
got to be.
Guaranteed.
Oh, for
Gary
sure.
Lantern.
Everybody who lives out in St. Charles, have you noticed a weird taste or smell in your water? Have you seen this?
No.
I don't know. It's talk of the town, apparently.
Yeah, talk of the town. If you live in St. Charles and you've thought that your tap water tastes or smells a little off lately, you are not imagining things.
Sulfur smell?
Well, a lot of people have been reporting a like a earthy, musty, or dirt-like quality to their water.
Oh, great.
nice.
So, hey, just so you know, the city's looked into it, and they're like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Trust us. Hey, it's me, St. Charles, talking. We're good.
It's your old buddy, St. Chuck.
It's St. Chuck talking. It's fine. So what's causing this funky smell and taste? The culprit is a pair of naturally occurring compounds
Called do.
created by algae in the Missouri River, which is the source of your drinking water.
Gross.
Right. That doesn't help things.
Man.
That doesn't help set my mind at
That's
ease.
something you probably would have gone your whole life not wanting to know, man.
That we're drinking the Mississippi?
You're
The Missouri.
You're drinking
I'm
that
sorry, Missouri.
water, homie.
That's
That ain't
all right.
lake water. Ugh.
That's
We've been
that's
fine.
Missouri River water. So this kind of thing tends to happen when the river level is low and the water's cold, and that's exactly what's happening right now. So while these compounds are totally harmless to people, our noses and taste buds are incredibly sensitive to them. We can detect them even at extremely low concentrations, which is why many people are noticing the change. So Missouri American Water, the company that manages the water supply, they're already taking steps to fix it. They're adding powdered activated carbon to their treatment process. Think of it like a giant, super-powered filter that absorbs these compounds, causing that taste and color.
Cool.
So you're good, man.
Yeah, all right.
You look a little off, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Am I changing
You got a
colors?
different hue to you.
Do I smell like a carbon compound?
Yeah, you're a carbon copy of yourself right now.
I tell you what, my freaking fridge, I feel like the filter is going faster. But then I just thought, oh, this is just the smart fridge bleeding more money out of me. Mm-hmm. I swear the filter goes out every month. I got to replace the filter, which is whatever it is, $30 or $40 or something.
Well, it's like a whole fridge filter.
Yeah, and it's like it's got this digital out. That's as soon as you put a new one in, it says you replace the filter. You go, yeah, and it's like 100%. I swear the third time I open the door, it goes, you're 11%. You better change this soon. You better
Working
order
overtime,
another one.
man. That thing's working its ass off.
I think it's just taking money from me. I don't even know if it's filtering anything.
Probably not. Is it one of those tubes you kind of put in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably empty.
I got to replace
know
it every
how
2 or
this
3
thing
weeks.
works.
There's no way this is
You don't know how
happening.
this thing works. It's probably empty in there.
Yeah.
They probably have a couple weights in there to make it seem like it's something.
You got me.
Just put an old one back in, see if it says anything.
But that's the thing. Like, my family's like, Dad, you got to replace the filter. You got to replace the filter. It tastes funny if you don't. I swear, the filter could say, you just got had, and I still would have to change the filter every week.
Well, just be careful out there, St. Charles.
Yeah, man.
Next time you
appreciate
pee in the Missouri River, just think somebody's drinking that.
That's right. It's filtered out.
Fine.
Moon's drinking that.
Yeah, just think Moon's drinking that.
Time to make some moon juice.
Yeah.
Where do you guys think you're getting your water?
Another. Yeah, I have no idea. Where am I getting my water?
I don't
The
know,
mountains of
Merrimack?
Missouri.
The great river of Wildwood.
Yeah, the Wildwood River. We don't even have a river.
Yeah, I assume you guys, it's just coconut water.
Yeah.
Like it's shipped in.
It's like it just has the liquid IV in it already.
We have a whole house filter, by the way.
Oh, look at that. Fancy.
I know.
Money bags.
That was one of the things that my wife put in the house, the first thing we bought.
That's
when
the
we
reverse
bought it.
osmosis thing? Is
Reverse
that the,
osmosis, whatever it is.
I mean,
Whole
that is
house.
good if you can get it.
What does that do to your hair? Makes it better?
Makes it silky.
Damn it.
Wow.
I got
Where are
hard
you
water in my
showering?
house.
I stayed in a hotel this weekend that had that, and I got to be honest, made me feel good.
Oh, the water softener?
No, it was like the pure wellness room at a Hilton Garden Inn.
Yeah, does it make you feel a little slimy at first, like a little soapy
Well, you
almost?
go in and it's got like the filter in the shower, and it's got like a little air purifier in the room, like in the corner. That's looks very fancy. I don't know if they're doing anything or if it's just marketing, but it made me feel
It's probably doing nothing.
like I was breathing better air, and I was getting no silicas on my silky curls. Don't know if it's true or not.
Showering in Fiji water?
Made me feel, yeah, it's what it felt like. That's in my mind. That's exactly what it was. There's a tank of Fiji water that I was just showering in.
Or it's nothing.
It's
Or
nothing.
just
it's a
marketing.
sticker they put on the wall.
Right.
Yeah,
To make you feel like something's going
it's
on.
probably that.
That's big filter.
That is big filter.
Yeah.
Big
filter.
filter.
You got it.
Not really filtering, but
Nah, who knows?
making us feel good. The illusion of filter.
We all know restaurateurs, right? People who own restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you ever talk to them, and you ever talk to them really about like the margins they work with? And they work within slim margins, right?
Oh, yeah. Especially meat, especially high protein things, the barbecue places and all that. Crazy, crazy thin margins. Crazy thin.
Crazy thin. They work their asses off. Usually the hours are horrible.
Yeah.
Their whole lives are basically these restaurants. And again, they operate on very thin margins. They're not, usually if you open up a restaurant, you ain't getting rich off that.
Yeah, we were talking about that this week because we went to Vicia.
Great place.
Great place. I hadn't been there in a while. But as we drove there were so many, like we drove by Sanctuaria, and one of my favorite places to get tapas, and that's all closed up.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it's been
when
closed
that
for a while.
closed?
I don't know, a while ago.
Yeah, you mentioned it a couple weeks ago when we were talking about restaurants, and I didn't have the heart to tell you guys. But
Oh, that it closed.
yeah.
And we were talking about how, like, it has to be so hard to have your own business, one, but then also there's so many great restaurants, and to have a great restaurant and compete in that way
Right.
has to be double hard.
And then when you see that a restaurant's been around for 40 years, 50 years.
amazing.
It's amazing. And you go, wow, they survived. They're survivors. What is the average? Somebody look this up. What are the
7.
The average lifespan of a restaurant is 7 years?
I think so. When I worked in the biz, because my boss kept her place going before she sold it for 23 years and sold it and moved to Vero Beach, Florida. Not Boca Raton, but real close. She had pretty much the same plan you had. She's back, by the way, because she said she hates Florida. But
6.
Like in New York, it says 5 to 10 years is the average life of a New York restaurant,
Yeah, it's...
which I would imagine is like the most competitive place.
that's why a lot of restaurants at that 6 or 7 year mark will flip their, like, they'll do a revamp. Flip the image, flip the menu.
Oh, like start anew.
Says 90,
Become like do some sort of pivot.
90% of independent restaurants close within the first year, and the remaining have an average lifespan of 5 years
Jeez.
across the nation.
And then when you see the restaurant's been around for so long, you go, man, you guys are survivors.
Yeah, how did they figure it out?
How did they figure out? Is it the food? Is it the neighborhood they've opened up in? That somehow they figured it out. And then when I hear about people ripping off restaurants, it just makes me like especially mad. And I want to see what you guys feel about this. Has anybody been to Michael's Bar and Grill in Manchester?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Been around for 45 years.
Yes,
Dude.
I have been there.
Here, you know what I love about that place? It's you forget about it. It's open late. So like when Tina did used to work late, and we'd be like, oh, we should Sunday night, and it's like 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. And then she'd be like, let me bring food home, and I'm like, from where? Michael's. They would still have like.
And it's
steaks
Greek, isn't
and
it?
gyros. Yeah, they have good.
It's a Greek.
They have as good.
It's a Greek. It's a Greek.
They have really good gyros there.
I've never been, but I'm going to go.
Yeah, I want to try this.
It's good.
I'm going to go. They've been around for 45 years. 45 years. And they are making national news. This is a story that I've read in a bunch of different places. So Michael's Bar and Grill in Manchester is a local staple. It's been around for over 45 years. But they have been dealing with a frustrating problem, and that is hitting a lot of small businesses. People eating a meal and then leaving without paying. So the old dine and dash.
You're kidding? There's a rash of it at one place?
Well,
It's gotta be
it's
the
been
same
going
group.
on. It's been going on not only there quite frequently, but it's been a thing at a lot of places. People are dining
really?
and dashing more now than they've been.
We talking about teenagers, or who are we talking about?
We're talking all types.
Really? That's wow. That's
Yeah, that's weird.
brazen. Since cameras are so cheap, and all these places have cameras.
Bingo. That's the story. That's the story I'm about to tell you. Everybody's got cameras now, you idiots.
Oh,
And it's not like people are going in there and getting like, I'm hungry, I need to eat, because I have nothing at home, so I'm getting a little thing, and these are people ordering big meals and then bouncing.
That sucks.
dang.
So after a particularly bold dine and dash this week or last week, the team at Michael's decided we've had it. So this happened last Tuesday. A guy ordered a burger and some sides. He ran up a tab of about $40. And when it was time to pay, he asked the server, hey, can you break a $100 bill? And as she went to get the change, he vanished, leaving behind a fake $1,000 bill.
Wow.
Wow.
What a sweetie.
How do we know it's fake?
Good question.
Did you get the brown marker?
I believe it said, they said it wasn't even a convincing counterfeit. It was quote, ancestor money,
Oh yeah. If you're gonna, you're gonna have to have a real one.
which is traditionally burned in some cultures as an offering for spirits in the afterlife.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Ancestor money?
ancestor money.
What the heck?
What are you talking about?
Ancestor?
Yeah, look this up, ancestor money.
Some days I feel like I'm on a different planet.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this. How to buy and burn ancestor.
And listen,
money?
as you can imagine, the staff was furious. One of the bartenders who worked, at Michael's for 32 years put it perfectly. We work for our tips, and this affects us. The profit margins are too small for this to keep happening.
Right.
So what did Michael's do? What's the story here? Why is this going national? They decided to fight back. So the restaurant has already invested in some serious security, including cameras everywhere, license plate readers, even facial recognition software.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
So now they're taking it a step further. They've started posting photos of people who dine and dash on their Facebook page.
Copper Fire does this as well over in Belleville.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I'm
I do
all
too.
for it.
And they catch them. So, Like a lot of places we go have facial recognition. Like even if you go to Home Depot, like they're monitoring your license plates when you walk in, et cetera. And so a lot of restaurants are doing this as well. And I absolutely love when Copper Fire does it because they get the people. Because the regulars and the people that love these restaurants don't want to see their prices go up. So they help assist like a community effort to find the people that are criminals, which is excellent.
I love it.
Yeah.
So traditional Chinese Taoist practice is sending money and goods to deceased relatives in the afterlife. How you do this is you burn it. So they do this thing called joss paper, which is a physical representation of money or daily necessities like clothing, personal electronics, and household
real?
goods. No.
Well, this
No.
guy left fake
you
money.
can't make fake money look real. You know what I mean?
Well, or, you know, if you have like, it says like for motion picture use only, you know, if you use like the movie money.
Yeah, no, this is no, it's made out of this joss paper, and it's kind of like they're like flyers. They're supposed to be like representations of money.
Well, so what do you guys think about them posting photos? Like if you dine and dash,
Yeah.
your photos going up on the internet.
Remember they used to do that back in the day. Just posted behind the cash register. You see people.
This is a small town Justice 101.
Yeah.
You write a bad check, it goes up behind the cash register.
Mm-hmm. And we already live in a society where people are like, your privacy is gone. That argument is like 5 years ago.
Well, if you're so worried about that, don't dine and dash.
Well, that's what I mean. But the people that wouldn't dine and dash that are still not okay with this.
Oh, yeah. How many times are you on camera per day?
All day, every day.
Don't forget there should also be. I mean, listen, not everybody on both sides is always good. So if you got some real snarky restaurant owner or something that wants to slam somebody, they can say that somebody dined and dashed. Let's not have zero repercussions for that kind of thing. Make sure you got who you got.
Everything's on the up and up.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you know, everybody will abuse everything.
I would like it if they had a wall of stiffs where it was like cheap tippers, people that stiffed them. Like, do that bad check thing. The restaurant should get that going.
You're on the lower than 15% club?
It has to be real bad. It has to be real bad.
Yeah, shame culture is not out of control at all.
That's what
I'm all
okay
about
with.
that. Fine, let's do that too.
You tip if you like tip, or if you write something snarky, or like, you know, like maybe we got to put some sort of governor in place. Can't just be willy nilly. But I would kind of enjoy that if I went to a restaurant. I'm like, this is our wall of stiffs of all the get a different job, or here's a prayer for you, or all of the cheapo.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Let's just take care of this problem first.
You're right.
Let's go with
Let's get people to pay.
Let's get people to pay their tax
for at least the meal. Mm-hmm. Then we'll start working on gratuity.
I am 1 bazillion% okay with this. I'm cool with this. And in fact, so Michael's put the picture of the Dine and Dasher up on their Facebook page, and guess what? The guy who left that fake bill saw his picture circulating online, and he came back the next day to apologize, pay his $40 bill in full, and even left a tip. He left a tip for the servers.
Right on. Nice. Good for you for owning up. Did he get in a lot of trouble, or were they like, we're square? I
think probably they're square. They didn't say they called the cops or anything. But
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's good. Like, yeah, we're not trying to ruin your life. Just do the right thing. Like, what do you?
Just do the right thing. Exactly. Yeah. And it worked out fine.
It did. I think that's the perfect scenario for something like this.
Right. Hey, shame. Come back.
Tip.
Hey, we're good. Hey, maybe 25%.
25%. Mm-hmm.
Maybe 25%.
Don't be a chump.
Would you like a gift card on your way out?
As long as you pay for it.
That's what I mean. If he's gonna do right, buy everything you can.
No, there was a thing going on the Nextdoor app. You know, every once in a while I like to look on the Nextdoor app.
It's your favorite social media.
You know what's funny?
Absurd.
I don't go on there.
Yeah.
It comes into my feed like, hey.
Mine too.
Your algorithm knows you.
I mean like to my email.
Oh, no, yeah, it comes to my work email.
Yeah, my work email.
And you see the headlines.
Right. So the headline was, you know, teenagers kicking in doors, and I go,
oh
my God,
what? They're gonna get themselves killed.
They are
teenagers kicking in doors, and guess what? You know, the guy got a clear as hell picture of these two kids, clear as day.
Wow,
gosh,
you know, doing a back kick into the door, broke the door frame.
And doors are not cheap,
You just
guys.
bought a new door, right, Lauren?
I did. I spent around $6,000 on a new door.
Holy
$6,000,
crap!
right?
Yeah, I was looking at different doors, and they like the prices started at like $13,000. I was like, what? I can't do this.
This is with a 25% discount with a company I freaking love. So I'm happy to spend the money. It would have been $9,000. You know what I'm saying, for what I wanted. So I got a really good deal. But yeah, $6,000.
Well, it was like the 70-year-old couple, and the guy, they were freaked out.
Oh yeah, I'd be scared. I mean, everyone in my house would be running to the back, and I'd be running to the front with a weapon.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Just
I'm
saying.
high on algae water, and I'm ready to shoot some.
It was 2 Utes. That's right, Utes. Two
Okay.
Utes from the area, and it got their faces clear as. And you know what happened?
What happened?
They found out who it was.
Okay.
Oh,
What
And
happened?
they circulated the photo on the next door app.
What happened to the kids?
High schoolers?
Yeah.
Bummer. Stop, these kids. What are you doing, man?
Just to be the old Dane Cook bit. Thought I wanted to do a B and E, but I just wanted to do a B. And then he's like, kicked the door in. Then he's like, I'm good. I don't want to go in there.
I don't want to enter.
And he's like, but when the couple came home, they'd be freaked out because they're like, what'd they take?
Right.
There's nothing
man,
gone
the
in the
mind
house.
F.
Yeah, the mind F of like getting your door kicked in and then nothing's missing from your
Yeah,
house.
well, they were home. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and they heard bang, bang.
Terrifying.
And they come down, and the door frame is broken.
People are on high alert. People think home invasions are going to happen. Like, do you see? I got fed something this weekend of this woman. I think it was in Georgia, and these people with like Halloween masks were just pounding on her door, like these grown adults pounding on her door, talking about killing her, coming in. They screwed up her porch, and she had to call the cops. And it was not a joke. She was like, "Happy Halloween," and they just kept trying to get in. Absolutely terrifying, man.
Yeah, well, these 2 dopey kids, I mean, it's on the Ring doorbell. I mean, they literally just kicked the door and ran.
Yeah.
But kicked it hard enough where...
Just TP the house.
Right.
Don't be a little jerk.
Rich, that happened to your door?
Actually had my door kicked on Saturday, waiting for the hockey game to start.
And so it was like 6, 7 o'clock?
And raining.
And raining. So
Sitting in the living room with the lights and the TV on, and they still kicked the front door.
do you have a Ring doorbell?
Unfortunately not, but I do believe I'm going to get one.
Yeah.
And I did, and I live out in the sticks. I live in town, but I do live out in the sticks. And, well, you know how rednecks are. We've all got guns. We've all got guns. And if it was not for the fact that it's a fairly new door that I paid $5,000 for because this door was actually illegal in New York City because they could not defeat the door when they were serving no-knock warrants and they had their battering ram. It would take multiple hits.
Right.
That's why I bought this door.
Hell yeah,
And
Rich.
it's probably the only reason the door did not open. And had it opened, had they kicked it in, there would probably be a kid in the hospital right now. I did call the cops. I did call the cops. There was a footprint on the door. They did actually put their little crime scene tape measure on the door and took pictures in the whole 9 yards. And one of the responding officers even said that, and they showed up within 5 minutes. Again, advantage of living in a small little town.
Yeah.
He goes, I actually saw 3 kids about 15 minutes ago walking up the street. He goes, I'm going to go see if I can find him. He goes, it was probably them.
What are we looking for? Size 11 Chuck Taylors?
Yeah,
Rich,
I mean, honestly,
first thing I do is measure your door salesman's feet, Rich. Sounds like he wanted to prove a point.
Well, the door is actually about 3 years old now, but that was a major selling point.
Warranty
given
up?
the fact that no, not yet. Lifetime warranty.
But that's what it is. Like, I had somebody come out to my house a couple weeks ago to like give me this whole spiel about the doors. And whenever you order one, they talk about the frame and how, as far as for like burglars and whatnot, like kicking it in. So that is a huge selling
And these
point.
kids, they're doing it just to be little a-holes and just pranks.
Of course.
Yeah, they are. But the problem is, and I'm sure you probably when I was talking to King Scott, the problem is, especially in like the smaller towns or whatnot, where everybody's got some kind of a gun sitting in every single room. One of these kids is going to kick a door. The door is going to open, and they're going to get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
And it's going, and unfortunately, it's going to be a justified. Unfortunately for the kid, it's going to be a clean shoot because you're the guy sitting inside your house. Your door is now kicked open. All you're thinking is this is a home invasion.
I'm an intruder. Well, thank you, Rich. I'm glad it worked out all right for you.
Yeah.
I'm glad nobody got hurt.
Talk to your kids, man.
Talk to your kids. Stupid.
Yeah, I don't want anybody
I'm
getting
glad
hurt.
there's doors out there like this. I didn't know they had
battering ram proof
yeah.
doors.
Yeah, the way that they put them in now, it's because they know how people do this, how they kick in doors and where the pressure points are. So it's good times.
I like that, dude. And you know how rednecks are.
I do.
I know.
We all know exactly what you're
We
saying.
all know what you're talking about, Rich.
And
And
that's
that's
a visual of my dad. Like,
Yeah, and that's the
his
same
gun.
worry. We all had the same worry
Yeah.
reading this story. It was like, dude, these kids, like, you don't know what you're playing with.
Well, I picture Rich sitting in his house in like a recliner chair, waiting for the hockey game to start, and then bang, bang, bang on the door. Freak out, man.
And he's thinking, because remember, he just bought this thing 3 years ago. It was the police-proof door. He's thinking, oh, God, the cops are here. Thank God I got that door.
Yeah, this door is illegal in 48 states.
Try it again, coppers.
I also looked that other part up before we start firing rounds on the porch. I don't know. There's castle doctrine in Missouri, but it's the burden of proof is on you. It's
Dude,
not just an automatic, justifiable thing. So it could ruin 2 lives.
Watch The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix. It's a brand new documentary. I watched it over the weekend.
Okay.
It is about a neighborhood in Florida where this woman. You got to watch. I don't want to give too much away because it's incredible. This documentary. This woman lives in this neighborhood, and she's just the Karen of the neighborhood. She hates the kids playing all over the place. They're always on her property. She's always calling the cops on them. Eventually, her and another mother get into a fight, and she shoots through the door and kills the mom.
Oh.
And it's a whole thing on, can you shoot through a door without seeing what's on the other side?
Oscar, we should ask Oscar Pistorius.
Well, that was in the house.
I saw one of these on TikTok, like a dad shot through the door. Ex-boyfriend of daughter came over, was like, had been violent in the past, or was like, I can't remember what was going on. Maybe he just got out of jail or something, and he was like, trying to get her to come outside. He's like, because he wanted to apologize to her, said he'd gotten clean or something, I don't know, but he was pounding on the door. And the dad was like, you're not welcome here, get out of here. And then he started pounding real hard, and the dad just fired like 4 rounds through the door and killed the guy.
That. Wow. Is that the one where he stumbled out into the...
I saw the video.
Yeah, I saw the video of that.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know if that was the right thing to do.
He wasn't like kicking the door. He was just pounding on it real hard.
Oh, man.
And I get it. I don't know what the backstory is because TikTok's very vague and oftentimes made up. But
anyway.
That kind of stuff, man, it's like... Is the documentary a multi-parter?
No, it's a one and done. Hour and 30 minutes, and
That's
and the way it's done is I've never seen a documentary like this before. The story is told through police body cam footage.
Oh,
no narrator.
Wow.
Just.
Oh, really?
Just.
Is there narrating text?
Nope.
It doesn't say like 10:02. She says this. Blah blah blah.
I don't recall that.
Well,
okay.
I will say, Leanne in the chat, I agree with you. I thought about this. This could just be big doorbell, dude.
Big bell?
Oh, all of a sudden, people who don't have Ring doorbells are getting their doors kicked in.
Yeah.
See if the Ring doorbell has flatlined sales in the last 6 to 8 months.
What if it's Jeff Bezos going around going, buy my Ring doorbell?
These are the salespeople?
Yeah.
They don't need to pitch anything. They just kick.
Right.
Yeah, or they just pay the neighborhood kids. Be like, I'll give you kids $20. Here's the doors we need kicked tonight.
Which it does make sense because Amazon owns Ring. And they delivered all these homes, so they're probably keeping track. Okay, no.
Yep. Who doesn't have a Ring doorbell? Yep. Noted.
Door kicker.
Noted. On a lighter note. I didn't mean to get that serious, but I do like the dine and dash shaming. So, and go to Michael's on Manchester.
For sure.
Yeah, there was somebody that. This is interesting. Someone on the Schreier text line said they were accused of dining and dashing this weekend because the waitress couldn't find the receipt. They did pay. The funny part is it's a client of ours at work.
Client of ours?
No,
theirs.
A client of theirs.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
so like the restaurant that accused them of dining and dashing as a client. They were like dining at I don't know what they do for a living, but the waitress couldn't find the receipt, and I'm like, that'd be
well, listen, mistakes
wild.
happen.
Also,
but if it's a brazen dine and dash,
Yeah.
that picture's going up on Facebook.
yeah,
Circulate it.
someone else texted in, I love you guys, and I love Rave with a V, but come on,
Rave.
come on now. Put up a wall of shame people who don't give you a big enough tip. That's BS. If you don't like the tips you're getting, go get a job that actually pays you what you're worth.
Says a small tipper.
Oh.
Exactly. If you have a problem with it, you need to turn around and complain to the owners you're working for paying you under minimum wage and leaving it on customers to pay your wage. They're already charging an arm and a leg for the effing food they're serving. You get real you got to stop with the GD tip shaming already. You'll be the first one on my wall. This person, I just texted him back.
Yeah,
You'll be the first person I nail to the Rafe Luther Church of Bad Tippers.
This guy in the tip line's writing, get a better job.
Yeah, he literally is saying the thing I was saying you should put on the wall.
You're on the wall.
Yeah, go home and make some
I didn't
Kraft
pick
mac
your
We
and
should start
profession.
putting names of people on this walls in here.
It's already
Like, start
noted. I do. I'm
complaining.
keeping
Every
a list.
Friday.
I'll give it a list. All right, on a lighter note,
Yes, sir.
and we'll file this under people are really dumb. So I guess it's rained in Phoenix, and it doesn't. Phoenix is the desert.
No way.
So cool.
It's rained in Phoenix. I guess it doesn't rain a lot there.
Are they going crazy?
They go, well, there are some people that are going crazy. So the rain in Phoenix has brought out some unusual and potentially dangerous creatures and funguses in backyards.
Oh, no.
Poison Control are sending out a warning to people in Phoenix about two things in particular. Number one, wild mushrooms, and number two, Sonoran desert toads. Because there are people going around and licking toads.
Oh, for like the psychedelic properties.
Yes.
What's up?
Psychedelic properties. These are just regular toads, aren't they?
The Sonoran desert toad?
Oh, I didn't know we had psycho toads up here. I thought that was a rainforest thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they migrated.
No, so
Sonoran
desert toad,
So they're sleeping?
not Sanusan.
toad. Poisonous
Sonoran.
venom?
Stop it, Scott. Damn it.
What you should know.
So these are also known as the Colorado River toad.
No way,
they're
dude.
hopping around Phoenix. And these are not your average garden variety toads. These secrete a very powerful neurotoxin from glands on their skin. And some of these toads, when you lick them, you get high.
Dude, these are cool looking toads. They're
Gonna
wild
do the
looking.
toad.
Oh, man. Who's that look like? Don Rickles.
That frog looks stoned, doesn't he?
That looks like a
Toad.
stone Don Rickles
That
back
toad.
from the
That's not
dead.
the preferred
Oh, I'm sorry.
nomenclature.
My apologies to the toads and frogs out there.
Holy smokes. You see this quote?
Somebody put a turtle's head on a frog's body.
I just heard from a vet friend who said recently they've seen more toad poisoning in the office than snake bites.
Oh, yeah, and I got something on that, too.
Well, how do you know how much? Like, there's got to be an overdose, right?
Well, the toxin, so whatever this neurotoxin it secretes is also found in ayahuasca.
Oh my goodness. Apparently, like, kids were playing with them and not knowing it. And this kid, like, excessive salivation, irregular heartbeat, pawing at the mouth. His eyes were completely dilated. He was foaming at the mouth. We think he was playing around with the toad.
Yeah. So it's a potent psychoactive compound called 5-MeO-DMT. Officials are warning this is an incredibly dangerous thing that could cause you to get very sick or even die. So people are literally finding these things and going.
Yeah, vets and kids are like messing with these things and getting
Well,
in trouble. I mean vets, sorry, pets.
The pets and the kids, they don't know. They just see, oh, look, a cool looking frog. No, they're just saying, hey, idiots.
Yo, let's go on down to Tempe. I hear they got all the toads down there, dude.
So even if you're not licking toads, your dog, they're like, please.
These animals have
Watch
to
your
be so
dogs.
confused. Like, why do these people keep licking me? Like, he doesn't know he's got psychedelic properties. He's like, these people are so nice, but it's a little much.
Here's a zoologist whose own German Shepherd survived licking one of the toads.
First thing I would do is take a garden hose and flush their tongue and then make plans to get to an emergency clinic right away. The key thing is you want to keep their body temperature from spiking because that can lead to seizure and death.
Yeah.
And so, quick rinse of the tongue, work that tongue, get that slime off.
Work that tongue. Get that slime off.
Get that slime off.
Work that tongue. So you got the toads out there. Now they're also saying, hey, idiots, stop eating the mushrooms that are popping up. Because those also could kill you.
Hey, man, Mother Earth wants me to have a good time, okay? Let me weekend how I want.
It's Monday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long does it last?
How long the high? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, ayahuasca is like it's a 12-hour thing, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how big of a lick?
Isn't that the poop?
How do you? How do you?
The pooping and puking?
Are you like doing a quick? Are
Yeah.
you just dabbing, or are you doing a full?
Like,
Do I need a toad shaman?
Yeah.
oh, you're doing a little.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Simpsons episode where like Homer licks the toad and then he like gets
Family
high?
Guy.
Oh, is it Family Guy? Yeah.
All the kids are licking that. They do a Grease parody of like doing the toad. It's all these like
That's right.
kids in the 50s high school licking toads about behind the school.
Here's a Homer licking a toad one too.
I mean, if anyone did it, the Simpsons
The
have done
Simpsons
it.
did it first. Oh, yeah, Homer's lifting up different frogs.
There
and
it
stuff.
is.
Simpsons did it.
Oh, yeah, he got it.
The Simpsons have been involved in everything.
Yeah, go back. Let's see if we get a little audio on that.
Nothing. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Huh? What the?
Is there anybody in there?
March!
That's great.
So, yeah, that's what's going down in Phoenix. Now, as far as, your pets and stuff go, there is a town in Spain. They're taking some extra steps to make sure that the Halloween season is safe for our feline friends, specifically black cats. Is this a thing that some municipalities do? Like around the Halloween season, you are not allowed to adopt black cats?
I've heard of that before. Yeah. Which is sad.
They used to say that like
A lot of people dump them though after, right?
yeah, they would
Yeah.
get them for different
Almost as
different
props.
things, pranks.
Well, there is this town in Spain, the town of Terrassa, located in the Catalonia region. They put a temporary pause on all adoptions and fostering of black cats specifically from October 6th through November 10th. And it's designed to protect cats from being props.
Black cats are so
Halloween.
cool. They're typically so chill.
They
Yeah, we
are.
had
They're
two-
great cats.
We had two growing up, and one was an indoor-outdoor. So during Halloween, for that whole week, my mom would not let it outside.
Good.
She's like, no. But the other one was
People
always indoors.
people would take it.
Oh, she knew. I mean, that was like a thing. The news was always warning about. If you have a black cat, don't let them out. And
Well, yeah, so these cats are at risk of being used in what they're calling sinister rituals or as disposable props for Halloween. And you're thinking, well, is this really a thing? According to local officials out there in Spain, adoption requests for black cats tend to spike around this time of year. While, black cats are seen as symbols of good luck in a lot of cultures, their association with witchcraft and bad omens and Western folklore put them in a vulnerable position during the Halloween season. And they're doing this as a precaution. So the town's adoption center has about 100 cats, 12 of which are black. And right now, nope,
Can't get them, huh?
can't get them.
Bummer.
Can't get the cats.
I get it though. I don't want any cats being props. Any pets being
Yeah.
props at all. My first pet was a black cat, and he was
Like straight black?
oh yeah, neon yellow eyes. He did have a tiny little silver tuft, kind of on his chest right here. But man, he was
It's cool
He's
looking cat.
super
Just
They
straight
chill.
are
black.
cute.
super cool.
Straight black cat is a cool looking cat.
Yeah, and they are typically chill. Like I know the colors and the patterns and that can matter and determine their personality a little bit. Like the orange ones are real smart and kind of adventurous and out there.
Yeah.
And the black ones are usually pretty chill, dude.
Oh, Petco is the same policy?
Yeah, I think so. I've heard something about that. I didn't know if it was Petco specifically.
Yeah, 618 says Petco has the same policy.
Really?
I have a good story about Mr. Gray. He finally got into his new house this weekend.
He moved in, finally?
He closed.
He
That's
closed.
great.
He has
Nice.
a new house. And then when I woke up this morning, his big gray ass was
Did you have to give him any
heated
credits?
and good. Yeah, I had to give him a new door.
Well, it got cold out.
It did. But I had to shove him in there like a big groundhog. I was like, please, for the love of God, know that this is a heated house. And then he did.
This was jacket weather this morning. I go, ooh, man, it was 40 degrees out.
Don't
Feels
you know
great.
what I've done for you? It's
Is that
heated.
Mr. Gray's in his house?
He's in his house.
He's got a new $6,000 door, for goodness
I
sake.
know.
Nice.
He's the best. Love him so much.
Other cats are going to come and try to break the door down.
Yeah, I got an orange
Run
cat
away.
that's coming around. I've named her Clementine because I'm like, who's
Aw.
this? So I got a fourth one now. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, mine's
oh, my
back.
God.
Mine's back, and he's getting a little more familiar.
What's your cat's name?
Dwayne the Cat Johnson. He's back. So he'd look at me through the window and raise his eyebrow at me, and then when I'd go outside, he'd skitter off. And then he disappeared, and I was afraid something happened to him. But he's back, and now he followed me. I took out the trash the other day, and he followed me to the dumpster and back. He's starting to tag along with me when I go places.
He's your ride or die.
But it's like, it's taken years. This is the year 3 of him coming around.
3 years of coming around. You know,
3
he's got-
winners.
Is it a feral cat, or is it? You think it's?
I can't tell. He's kind of
house?
chunky, but his fur's a little matted, so I can't tell if he's like just an inside cat that gets let out in the fall. I see him in the winter, and I think maybe wintertime things get a little dire. He sleeps on the porch. I usually put like food out for him, and he sleeps on the little.
Yeah,
I built him a little blanket thing on our little whatever, patio furniture, and he sleeps there.
You want my
Then-
other heated house that I'm not
As
using?
soon as I open the door in the morning, he's like, I'm out, and he takes off.
Right. Unless you got a spare heated house.
Will you take my other heated house that didn't work out? It's brand new.
I mean,
Yes, you
course
will
you gotta
take it.
sell
I'll
it.
bring it
Yeah.
in tomorrow.
Spare heated
Yeah,
house.
bring it
Bring it
in.
in. I want to see what this thing looks like.
It looks like a little mini house. It's so cute. It's great.
I'll put it out there for Dwayne. He'll like it.
Hey, I don't know how many people hit us up with this story. I guess there was a big heist at the Louvre.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Not just a heist. A Rizzuto Show inspired heist.
Yeah, well,
Don't
you
put
know,
that evil on us.
you know what we say? Hey, if you walk anywhere with a ladder, like you're getting in.
And a vest. Ladder and a vest will get you in.
Anywhere. Hell, if you want to get backstage at a show, just bring a ladder.
Point proven.
Yep.
But this kicked it up another level.
This was the ultimate ladder and vest heist.
Yeah, so you know those heist movies that seem completely over the top? Well, this is one of those, and it happened at the Louvre.
Which is a huge place to do this at.
And secured.
Probably right, the most famous art museum in the world.
Yes.
Yeah, the Hermitage in Russia is probably a close second, but I would say the Louvre is number 1.
The Louvre is number 1. So this happened yesterday morning in Paris, and the whole thing took less time than it takes to order a friggin' coffee at Starbucks. So it's not. So picture this. Paris, the city of lights.
Paris.
9:30 in the morning. So the lights are off. It's fine. So 9:30 in the morning, just half an hour after the world's most famous museum opens its doors. Tourists are milling about. Hey, we're going to get to the Louvre early. I want to check out the Mona Lisa.
Yes. So cool.
Have you seen the Mona Lisa?
Yeah, I saw it last year.
You saw it. That's right. You and Mallory went.
Yeah.
Is it smaller than you thought it would be?
I'd heard so much about it being tiny that it actually was slightly bigger than I was expecting.
Really?
Yeah, if I'm being honest.
How big?
Like 8 by 10? Or a little bit bigger than a piece of paper?
You know, like ever so. No. It's bigger than that. Like ever so slightly bigger than this monitor.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's bigger than you think. Here's the crazy thing though. They have it in a room with the biggest mural in the entire museum on the opposite wall. So when you walk in, there's only 2 things in the entire room. There's this, a castle size mural over here facing a wall that has just the
that.
Mona Lisa and a stanchion. And you know what they do, which is nice because there are floods and floods of people in there.
Oh, you go to the Louvre to see that.
Here's what they do. They have the 3 or 4 shall we say security guards, but they're not really security guards. They're actually like rope people.
Rope monitors.
Yeah, to
Keep
keep
it moving.
To keep it moving. So when you get up to the front and you're by the rope and you're taking your picture, they give you about 60 seconds, like plenty of time, and then they remove the rope and they take all the front people and they move them around the Mona Lisa wall, so then the next people can just step up. So you don't have to like fight
They gotta
through
figure it out.
to get
They
to
gotta
the
figure it out.
to get to the barricade.
They got to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty neat how they do it, and it was ever so slightly bigger than I was expecting.
So
I was upset because when we went to Russia, we went to the Hermitage, and I thought I saw the Mona Lisa, and then Rizz told me, he's like, that's not where it is.
it's at the Louvre.
I go, it is there. I saw it. And then I found out it's called the Hermitage Mona Lisa, which is a 16th century copy of Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting housed in the Hermitage in St. Petersburg, Russia. Widely regarded as the best copy of the Mona Lisa ever made. I go, what the hell are we doing, Russia?
Wow.
That is awesome.
What kind of
Well, they're drunk enough.
Kim
to just,
Jong-un stuff is this?
They're drunk enough to just
Trick me? Because I looked at it and I go, wow, it really is small. I thought the same thing. Oh, no wonder, because it was made on a photocopier and put up.
That's great.
So 9:30 in the morning, tourists are milling about, probably trying to get a glimpse of the Mona Lisa. Suddenly, a trio of robbers, 3 robbers dressed as construction workers, show up on scooters. Now, this wasn't some amateur smash and grab thing. These guys came prepared. They had their own cherry picker. So this is taking a ladder backstage at a show. This kicking it up a notch.
Oh, they got the little genie boom?
They took it upstage.
Nice, so great.
They took a ladder upstage.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to go to the trouble of renting one of those for a false flag operation?
Hey, I'm here to clean the windows. And they just roll the cherry picker. They roll the cherry picker or the basket lift. They used it to ride up to a second-floor window of the Apollo Gallery, the very room that houses the French crown jewels. Then they fired up mini gas-powered chainsaws and just cut their way into the building.
Yep. Concrete saws.
They cut their way into the building, and nobody stopped them because they thought they were just there working. Once inside, things got even crazier. And cell phone footage shows one of the thieves looking bizarrely calm in a reflective vest, using a concrete saw to slice through a reinforced glass display case while visitors just watched. They smashed other cases, and in under 10 minutes, boom, gone. They escaped through the same window, hopped back on the scooters, and into Paris. Lost in the streets.
Gosh.
So they made off with a ton of stuff, including a sapphire and diamond tiara that once belonged to the last Queen of France, an emerald necklace and earring set that belonged to Napoleon's second wife, a diamond-encrusted bodice knot that was part of Empress Eugene's collection.
So this is up on the Napoleon apartment. I didn't get to see that.
It's the Apollo Gallery. A total of 9 priceless pieces were stolen. Remarkably, they didn't touch the centerpiece of the collection, a massive 140-carat diamond known as the Regent. Maybe they were just in too much of a hurry.
They didn't go for the vault. This is every good heist movie. Don't go for the vault. Go for the vault, you get caught.
Yeah, that's
they didn't go for the big
one. That's got the lasers and all that. It's going to come down and
probably super reinforced. Probably takes too long to get into.
Yeah, like space cuffs come down.
Like the Hope Diamond. Don't go for it. Smart.
Yeah, like what are you going to do with it?
Well,
how are they going to fence half this? I mean, this has to be private buyer stuff of like the ultra rich who have like secret collections. Like, who do you sell this to?
Yeah, the Fabergé egg.
Yeah.
Wait. What
didn't they drop something too? They dropped like a Napoleon's wife's crown or something like that.
Wait,
no, they got the tiara.
So they got the tiara. What else did they get?
They got a sapphire and diamond tiara that once belonged to the last Queen of France, an emerald necklace and earring set that belonged to Napoleon's second wife, and a diamond-encrusted bodice knot that was part of.
So it sounds like those are all things that can be broken down.
Dang. They're not going to do that. This will be sold to some very wealthy person.
Private.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Who's just going to keep it in the family, hold on to it until they're not in trouble? Because we don't know where this came from.
No, I mean, this still happens where every once in a while, someone, not that long ago, they were posting a social media picture of their house, and somehow their grandparents got a hold of one of those kind of things.
Well, they
and it was on
found.
the wall and,
okay, so French officials are calling the thieves very professional, highly experienced, but they weren't exactly flawless. So in their rush to escape, they left some evidence. Police found the cherry picker, they found the concrete saw, they found a blowtorch, they found an angle grinder, gloves, even a reflective jacket. They also found a broken imperial crown.
That's what it was.
Yeah. A broken imperial crown dropped on the ground outside.
How you going to drop that? Didn't you have a bag?
Yeah, that had like a money symbol on it.
Some sort of satchel?
The French president has vowed that the thieves will be caught and the jewels will be returned, saying the heist was an attack on our history. For now, thousands of visitors were evacuated and the Louvre was closed for the day. Police are investigating what they think is the work of a sophisticated organized crime ring.
Well, did they get any hairs or anything?
Not the first time the gallery was hit, though. Back in 1976, a king's sword was stolen. Never seen again.
It reminds me of when Kim Kardashian got robbed in her, I think it was Paris,
yeah.
apartment or whatever her Verbo was she was staying in, and all of her jewelry got stolen. They like tied her up and stuff.
Well, those thieves, they knew where she was because she kept posting on social media, I think, like, here I am.
But they were an organized crime group, too, of older people.
Well, the cherry picker's going to be stolen, right? They're not going to just, like,
Had
they're
to
not going to go
rent
rent one and then just, with
Throw
their
down a credit
real
card?
IDs and then go put it there. It's just a ladder, too, dude. It is a straight-up ladder going up to a balcony. There's nothing. There's no bucket on it. Nothing. It's just a big-ass ladder on a truck. They just took it to the next level. They added a truck to the ladder trick, and it worked.
It worked.
And I think I read somewhere this is the biggest jewel heist ever.
Oh, ever?
I think so. I think it's the most. I mean, it's incalculable. They said they can't even calculate what it's worth. They took priceless. Not only is it monetarily valuable jewels and gems because of the historical significance that they can't even calculate how many millions, if not maybe billions.
Oh my God.
I mean, that place is absurd. We spent a day in there and we didn't see a 20th.
Happened 270 yards from the Mona Lisa.
Did somebody check Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah.
Not today.
It's $50 on there.
Maybe it's on there. You know, somebody did steal the Mona Lisa. Like, that was a thing, and it was gone for a couple of years. Some Italian guy.
When was this?
I think the early 1900s.
Yeah, there's like a conspiracy theory that
it's not the
a
real
fake
one?
one.
that the one they have now is not real.
Because of that?
Swapped out. Yeah.
So the Russian one is probably better.
Whatever it is, I will say, I
Maybe.
like painting as much as the average feller, I suppose. Mostly because I'm astonished by that. I can't do that, so I kind of like love staring at the certain paintings. That thing was actually fairly mesmerizing. I will say,
it stunning?
In person, it is like a whoa.
Pass or smash?
It was like I'll fully admit, I was going to see it so I could say that I saw it. You know what I mean?
Of course.
I mean, to myself, not really like brag about it. I just was like, well, I'm here. I don't want to go home and have not seen it. So I went to look at it, and when we're looking at it, I was like, whoa, that is there is something ever so slightly different about it. Like just kind of 1/2 point above anything else you've seen before. You go, that is really different looking. And then you move on.
Yeah, I want to see it.
So did you go,
No, it was a whoa. I wasn't expecting to be impressed, but it's impressive.
when you're around a piece of history, has anybody been around like a piece of history like that?
Mm-hmm. I mean, art museums and stuff.
But like the most famous painting in the world.
Yeah, there was.
I guess you kind of feel something.
Yeah, because you go to what's it called out in L.A. has like a ton of at the Getty has a ton of those kind of things you've seen forever. Every picture, like they're in every book out there in art, and they're just hanging on a wall, and you could, if you're breaking the rules, you could just touch it.
Yeah, I guess you're just so used to seeing photographs and everything,
Well, like,
and
the
you're
statue
unimpressed.
of David, like there it is, his dong, and I've seen.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen the Venus de Milo and a couple other things because those are all there.
Yeah, dude.
Seeing that in person, you do go,
cool.
oh my gosh, like
There it is.
There is a reason this has been talked about for centuries.
There's a bunch of Rembrandts, like original, like Return of the Prodigal Son and some of his famous paintings that were real, that were in the Hermitage. And like when you stand in those galleries and you're like close to, especially those like Baroque paintings like that, where that's kind of like dark and it really creates a mood.
Yeah, there's
It
something
does
about
kind of change the way you feel in the moment.
It does, and
Inspired.
there's something about it, even to somebody that like me that's too stupid to know why.
Right.
It's impressive. You just sit there and you go, wow, I can't explain why, but I am impressed.
Well, speaking
Someone
of
on St. Louis Facebook Marketplace, speaking of famous paintings, was selling a full, from the movie, Vigo the Carpathian.
He is
from
Vigo?
Ghostbusters 2. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I would
Full
take one of
size?
those.
Full
I would-
size.
Oh
It
my
is.
gosh.
It's from the movie. It is the actual painting. One of the
That's
one of the
ridiculous.
props from the movies.
No,
And
it's
there's-
not.
Yes.
No.
It had an authenticity thing.
In St. Louis?
Yes.
That's
Where was this? Send me the link.
Facebook Marketplace, Brad. Hold on. Let me see if I
Go.
can find it.
What were you
Hurry,
gonna
Let's
say?
go.
yeah.
Vigo
the-
of Carpathia?
My wife, she's a big fan of this artist named Anselm Kiefer. He's a German-born guy, but he was born
Adams.
right after World War II, and he makes these paintings. He uses copper and all those weird chemicals, and they look incredible. But it's kind of
bet.
telling the story of being a kid growing up in a war-torn Germany where the fields are all burned, and that's where you're playing in. But we went through the whole gallery. It's incredible. It's over at the St. Louis Art Museum right now. And then you go out to the main, where you walk in the main rooms, and they're probably 2.5 stories tall.
Yeah,
how
they're
big
so
his paintings
beautiful.
are. They're incredible.
I live for a big painting like that.
Yeah.
I've been
I
getting
wanna know
really.
Vigo, though.
There's some cool ones in the art museum right now. I
mean-
did a show there a few weeks ago and walked around. There's some cool biggies.
The Scourge of Carpathia, the Sorrow of Moldavia.
Yeah, that guy.
I would do anything for any sort of Ghostbusters prop, a legit one.
Yes, Lauren?
I was going to say, I got into like this artist I found called Kay Nielsen, who's this guy that was a Danish painter from he was born in the 1800s, and he was part of the storyboarding of the movie Sleeping Beauty. Disney movie, and I always loved how certain parts of that movie looked. It was like my favorite Disney princess, etc. Had no idea that this guy's art existed. Went down a huge rabbit hole. Bought this book of all of his different drawings and paintings he's done. He's dead, and I guess they have a mural out at some middle school in L.A. And I got to go out there and see it sometime. I don't know how I'm going to get to do that, but I'm going to go out there.
We had this creepy small one
I know.
that's creeping around
It's 5'3" creepy Missouri woman is trying to look at this mural.
Yeah, try to get into the school to look at the mural.
But that's some art
Get out
that
of here,
I
cat
wish I
lady.
could buy. And I've been trying to draw like him because
That is cool as
it's
heck.
look
You're
up Kay
inspired.
Nielsen.
Wow,
I
I've
am.
never seen this.
It's
You're
beautiful.
inspired.
The art is very cool looking.
All right, one final thing before we move on. It's nice when you see old people being active, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, look.
Look at him walking.
Look at them walking and
Oh,
doing
that's so
stuff,
cute.
sport. Well, no, I'm saying now, at the gym I go to, they, pickleball courts, and you go, oh, look at the old people.
I know.
Look at the old people moving around. Look at that.
I still got
Look
it.
at that. Being active, not just sitting at home waiting to die. I like it.
Oh, yeah?
I like it.
If you saw my mom doing laps in Kohl's, you'd be happy?
I would be.
Yeah.
I would be. Has your mom tried to play pickleball?
Nah, man. My mother.
It's funny. Even the thought of me asking you the question, the look on your.
Well, I had to think about it because she was an athlete. I mean,
know.
She's a gym teacher.
gym
She was good at everything,
She's in great shape.
and is still in great shape. But no, I think listen, dude, she still tries to dive off the diving board and do her can opener and everything.
Right, and she goes to amusement parks and still does the roller coasters. And,
Yeah, I told her though, like we're done here. Here's your last can opener.
Oh.
You're about, dude. Listen,
Why?
because she ain't got the hops, bruh.
She knows what she's got going
No,
on.
she does not. She was like, I'll do the dive.
You're
and she-
killing your mother.
Listen, she did an excellent dive, but I noticed that she ain't got no hops, and I thought, and I got one of those stupid diving boards that shouldn't even be there. It's just a stiff piece of something that hangs over the water. It ain't got no bounce to it.
Okay.
It's a diving stick,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you will. And she walks out on the diving stick, and she's like, I'm about to do the can opener. I was like, okay. So I went over kind of close to her, and she did it. And I'm telling you, man, her head came within a quarter as you
Okay,
hit
well,
that
that
stick.
can happen to anybody. It doesn't matter
Anybody.
if it's an 80-year-old woman or not.
But if it happens to an 82-year-old woman,
It's fine.
She ain't coming out of the water. So what I'm saying is, I told her, I was like, listen, last year your head got way too close to the board. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna push you further out.
I'm going to push you.
Yeah, I'm gonna push you further out if you get too close to this thing. But we're gonna go ahead and retire your famous can opener.
Mama
on,
Moon's
man, let
famous
her
can
live.
opener.
Mama
Let her
Moon's
live.
last can opener is right here. I'll let you dive next year. But we did it, and it was successful, and that's it. I'm
And
not
that was
having.
the final one?
That's it.
By how the tables have turned, you're now parenting the parents.
I
you
am
know
taking
what I
care of
mean?
her, and what I'm
Ma,
saying.
that's it. No more can openers for you.
Yeah,
I
and
can't tell my mom nothing.
Look what I can do. Look.
exactly.
Is that what she does? Look, guys,
Moon.
look at me, look at me,
Moon.
look at me, look at me, look at me.
No,
Moon.
nope,
Moon.
nope.
What?
If she takes a pickleball
Oh.
paddle in her hand, I'm taking it out of her hand.
No.
Why?
It's
Yeah,
such
because-
great cardio for them.
Guys,
For
we're
everyone.
talking about 60-somethings. We're not talking about 80-somethings.
80 is the new 60.
That's
Guys, Do you know the percentages of things when somebody goes down, breaks a hip or something?
Well,
Stop looking at the negative research.
Negative.
Look at the
This woman's
positive.
going to live to 120, and I'm going to do my part.
Well,
This is not
listen.
very energy up right now.
Not if you put her in a glass case, but
Y'all are crazy.
yeah,
look crazy.
Boone's asking people to power down, not energy up.
Energy down.
Nah, man. Just
sounds like energy down like the Moon household.
play it safe, Ma. Play it safe. I need you.
Well, it
Sounds
seems
more
like
like bottom of the world to me.
it seems like everybody's playing pickleball these days. It's fun, it's social, and it's a great way to stay active. But there is a startling downside to all this pickleball playing.
Yeah, tell me about the 75-year-old's knees out there because
No.
people are blowing knees up.
It's serious eye injuries.
Oh, no. Lord.
From the ball?
Yes.
Okay, well, this might be something we need to actually pay attention to.
Yeah, dude.
So emergency rooms are seeing more and more people with detached retinas and fractured eye sockets and severe damage to eyeballs,
Man.
all from pickleball playing.
Vicious, man.
Yeah. It's a simple matter of physics. When you're standing just 14 feet from your opponent at the quote unquote kitchen line, and that little plastic ball comes, flying right at your face at 60 miles an hour, you have almost zero time to react, and the impact is strong enough to cause devastating and sometimes permanent vision loss.
Yeah, that's not. Nobody wants that.
According to doctors, players 50 and older account for about 70% of the injuries.
What are you guys trying to do? You guys are trying to kill my mom. She don't need to be playing no pickleball. Mom, don't listen to these people. They don't have your best interests at heart. They don't love you like I love you.
I just want to have a good time.
She's having a great time.
Well, throw a pair of goggles on.
Life is great.
Get some ski goggles, call it a day.
She does her laps and coals. Ain't nobody beating her. She's got more steps in that building.
I think she brings the can opener to the
Sketch.
pickleball courts and dominates.
She's a swimmer.
That's right.
And I'm fine with that. She is a natural born swimmer. Has been doing it her whole life. She was a scuba diver, did all that kind of stuff, and she likes the pool. Let her get her exercise in the pool and in Coles, and we don't need anything more.
Well, so detached retinas are number one here. This one, the light sensitive tissue at the back of your eye literally pulls away. Then you got your orbital fractures. A direct hit from a ball can break the bones of your eye socket.
Who are you playing?
Wow, man.
Have you played pickleball?
Yeah, but I mean,
It's incredible.
You're not far away, and there, that ball goes pretty quick.
It is incredible.
guess. You
It's
just have
so
to get
fun.
her
Stay out of the kitchen, dude.
Stay out of the kitchen, man.
weak bones in the face or something.
You can be in the kitchen. You just can't hit it
Yeah.
out of the air.
Needs to bounce.
Yeah.
You think that all this, protective eyewear, would be mandatory, right? No. The sport's official governing body, USA Pickleball, actually decided against making it a rule for tournaments and
We're going to have to call USA Pickleball on this one.
Yeah, I smell
Fine
a
with
Goggins Goggles partnership coming
With USA Pickleball.
with USA
USA
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Hey,
Look how cool a bunch of old people in Walton Goggins Goggles would
have you
look.
been? Have you played?
Pickleball?
Yeah.
I played today. We did it for the Rizz thing.
Oh, I'm not sure that counts. You got to
Yeah, actually.
go in there with
games.
somebody.
It's
that,
fun.
Go in there
Learning
with somebody
the
that
terms.
knows
It looks
what
fun.
what that score system is, because they're
Yeah.
always like, "What's your rating?"
I have no idea. I just want to play.
I haven't played. We did it for a commercial. Like I played a little bit for like a insurance commercial that we shot, but I haven't actually tried to play.
It's fun, and it's one of those things that you're
It
like,
looks fun.
Oh,
I
I'll
had
play
fun
it.
when we were messing around.
Yeah, you're like, I'll play this casually, and 60 seconds in, you're like,
Not the guy we had coaching us.
yeah, something turns, and you're a competitor now.
Yeah.
That's what it does. That's the magic of that sport. Is it'll turn any passive person into a competitor.
It seemed like a shorthand for tennis.
Oh yeah. I can't
Oh,
play
yeah,
tennis.
yeah, yeah.
It's tennis light.
Tennis is hard.
It's tennis light.
It's tennis pong.
It's a lot of fun.
Ping-pong.
U-Man and I used to play. Like he and his wife, they would do doubles, and so Tim got into it for a while, and we would go to what is that place? There's like a big dome.
Chicken and pickle?
No, it's like a dome off of like Tesson Ferry or Telegraph.
Pickle dome?
Tesson Ferry. Like it looks like a big dome from the '60s. It's got like a really cool inside, but we went there a couple of times and it was a blast. But man, the old people are not messing around.
No.
They come to kill.
And they're very serious about it.
Yes, they are.
Chicken and pickle's good, man.
I'll
Is it?
dominate.
The chicken's good too.
parts.
Yeah, at the gym, those pickleball courts are
Always full.
Always full.
Yeah.
I love
Always.
racquetball. You got to trick me into doing cardio. That's my thing.
Me too.
Like
I
you
like the
can't.
sound
I
of
get so bored on. I hate every second on a treadmill, or I'll do it because I know I have to. But the best way to get me to do cardio is to make it some sort of activity where I have to focus on something else while my heart rate goes up. So I love that. Do you get enough of a workout on pickleball?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're
Sweating.
Yeah, it's
you don't
like
even realize it. You're sore.
Maybe I'll get into it.
Yeah.
You should get into it. All right. Let's get into this. All right. Today's Team Rizz Member of the Day is brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Score a shot at $10K during Blues away games this year at Hot Shots. Get all the details at hotshotsnet.com. From Imperial, Stephanie, how do we say this last name?
Oh, it
Nashbart?
is. She did email it.
Oh, she did. Okay.
And
I want to get it right
I know.
because people give me a lot of crap for mispronouncing names.
put it right here.
Which is kind of awesome. It's kind of becoming my
Well, this
favorite
is
thing is to
Stephanie's
watch
day.
Yeah. Niebert.
Niebert. Stephanie Niebert. Would you get Niebert out of that?
No.
No, sir.
No. Stephanie Niebert. Been a listener since she moved to St. Louis back in 2011. Appreciates each member, but I am her favorite. She started listening during the Woody and Rizz Show days when she first moved from Florida, and I make her laugh the most.
Nice.
She says, love Rafe, love Learn, loves Moon's honesty and optimistic outlook, and King Scott's there too. So Stephanie Niebert from Imperial is the... I love you, buddy. Is the Team Rizz Member of the Day. Gets super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. I just want to say yesterday we were out at the Clonva Studios. The Clonva Studios out in Overland. And, man, you were in your element yesterday.
It was great. It felt good in there. And, I mean, those 12 hours went by real quick. But, no, it was a lot of fun, actually. We had great guests all day.
Yeah, Moon was out there. I went out there. King Scott was out there all day for the 12-hour clownathon.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a great crew.
And we were trying to – it was a great cause because he had 72 clowns that needed to find a home. And
yeah, it was a good.
all of them got
cool,
adopted.
All
All of them got
setup.
adopted yesterday.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. And Brandon took the one that I wanted.
Yeah, we'll take a break. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Schreier Air Text line 314-649-DUMB. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Sex Time Fun Facts coming up. We'll have a guest in here in about an hour. Dr. Coltan Scrivner will be with us, and he wrote a book called Morbidly Curious, a scientific explanation into why we can't look away. So this is a guy that will explain why we love the true crime dramas, why we love the car crashes, why we love the serial killer documentaries that are out now.
Yeah, it's so funny. My son and his girlfriend, they came back to the house and like, we're going to watch a movie. We want to watch a horror movie. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, what style? 90s, 80s, something really scary. I was like, what about The Ring? And they're like, no, we're too scared, blah, blah, blah. So I went upstairs, and after they came up about an hour and a half later, I was like, what'd you watch? And they
Monsters,
said,
Inc.
We watched a murder documentary. Oh. And I was like, really?
Yeah, true crime, man. I mean, why is it so hot right now?
I don't know, but even the teenagers, like I thought that was more of like my wife loves that crap. 39-year-old woman, listens to all the podcasts. I thought that was kind of in their zone. Teenagers like it too.
Well, a lot of people feel weird about it. Like, why do I love this morbid stuff? Like, why do I love the car crashes? Why do I love the true crime documentaries? This morbid curiosity. Am I weird? And the doctor will explain why it's a natural thing.
I have a theory.
Well, hold it.
Okay.
Hold the theory. Because he's got an explanation about the whole thing. Also, got to shout out the Rizz Show Hats of the Week. If your company or brand wants to sponsor Hat of the Week, you have, I think, a week left. Have one of us wear your hat all week on the show. Plug your business daily all week long. Have it displayed on the studio cams. Go to 1057thepoint.com for all the details. And, of course, these companies have made very generous donations to Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. We'll start with Learn Your Head, sponsored by
Golden Oak Lending. They've sponsored me the whole month, which I just love. At Golden Oak Lending, you can get a free mortgage checkup. You can find out how much money you can save with a simple phone call, 314-567-GOLD, or if you want to go to goldenoaklending.com.
Rafe, Your Head, sponsored by
Pursuit Detailing LLC. Stop driving a felonious vehicle. Grime is a crime. Book your mobile detail with Pursuit Detailing today. Call 636-331-8878 or go to Pursuit Detailing LLC on Facebook.
Thank you, Pursuit Detailing. And My Head, sponsored by Bates Paints. And we know Bates Paints because they donate all the time to Donnie's Radiothon. Schedule your winter interior painting now to beat the holiday rush at Bates Paints. We Master Paint. Visit us at wemasterpaint.com or call 636-706-1319. That's Bates Paints. Thank you to those companies. Also, you have a chance to help us out with the Cardinal Glennon fundraiser. Sign the billboard. And, Moon, you had your event postponed at 9 Mile Garden on Saturday because of weather.
Too wet, too much rain. So we've moved the billboard signing to 9 Mile Garden this Saturday, 2 to 4. And yes, it is emo night with the Warped Band and Elder Emos that evening. But I will be there with the billboard from 2 to 4, and then I'm heading over to BPV to do the party.
So Saturday, Ballpark Village. I'm sorry, Saturday, 9 Mile Garden.
That's right, 2 to 4.
2 to 4. Sign that billboard. Throw a little money down for the kids, Cardinal Glennon. Also, all together credit union locations have our Holler Weirdo stickers, so you get a sticker for $1 there. An email just coming over. This from Matthew says, thanks, jerks. I watched the John Candy documentary on your recommendation. Had to stop several times and feign a need to use the bathroom. My wife commented on my frequent urination. You made a 6'2", 300-pound biker cry. You happy now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Watched it.
You saw it.
I did, and I had I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I just let it rip. And all the dad grief in it, man. And
right.
John Candy was such a great person and dad. And, I mean, it's worth it. It's worth watching. Even if you were just like a periphery fan. Like, he was an excellent human being.
Dan
Makes you
Aykroyd's
really
eulogy is so good.
I also didn't know that he, watching the body image in interviews of people, like, calling him overweight and really focusing on that, like, it did not age well. Like, watching it now, it's like, we just don't do that anymore, like, as interviewers. Like, if we had a big guy come in here, you would not focus on their bigness.
Well, and during the documentary, have you seen it yet?
No.
When the interviewers asked him about it, you could see him kind of deflate.
I know.
A little bit.
It was awful,
So
He would also he didn't suffer it a lot, though. There were times that he did it in his way, in a kind way, but he'd be like, do you have a problem with it?
Right.
Do you have a problem with my weight? And they'd be like, no, of course not. And he goes, oh, because you asked about it, so I thought maybe you had a problem with it.
Right, I like
It's good
that.
to know.
Well,
Like, he was
almost-
kind of letting them know, like, what you're doing isn't cool.
Well, you wish he did care about it because
He would have
maybe he lived a little longer.
Yeah, but he had it in his genetics, too, though. Like, finding out his dad died at 35, that's terrible. I mean, sometimes you're just, and obviously, like, if you have heart disease in your family, like, I have heart disease in my family. So, yeah, I got to keep my heart in check. But, also, he lived his life how he wanted, and his son, Chris, looked just like him.
Is his brother still alive?
Oh, I don't know.
Randy
Yes.
Candy?
Randy Candy?
Or
Is that
Sandy?
his brother? Is that his brother?
No, it's Sandy.
No, he does
Hope
have
so.
Stop it.
a sibling. I think his brother's still with us.
Also,
But his son is a great follow on Instagram, by the way.
Chris Candy.
I love that John Candy was born on Halloween and his last name was Candy. Like Halloween Candy.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So you saw that. I saw the new Naked Gun.
And
I did
Loved it.
too.
Loved it.
I did too.
it's
Loved
pretty
it.
fun, right?
It was
Loved it.
exactly what it was supposed to be. I
Yeah.
laughed.
You've seen it too?
Yeah, we went to theaters to see it.
Good?
I loved it.
Across the
It
board.
was
It was ridiculous.
I've been waiting.
Ridiculous.
It's my next plane movie.
Oh, yeah, great one.
Perfect play movie.
I've been waiting. I almost watched it. I chose.
It's an hour 25. That's it.
It's quick.
I chose
Quick.
the Spider-Verse sequel on the last plane ride, but Naked Gun is next.
Pam Anderson's so good in it. I love her. And
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's.
We
too.
watched it as a family.
What'd your kids think?
It's hard to explain what slapstick comedy is to kids these days because there's nothing like it.
Till they see it.
Like how many jokes per minute there are. Mm-hmm. There's a lot. I mean, they cram a lot of dumb jokes into Naked Gun.
Yes.
And you don't really need to see the first couple, the
No.
Leslie Nielsen ones, to understand what this is. But I loved it.
It was great.
I loved it. Yeah, what are the new slapstick things out now. There are no movies like this anymore.
Deadpool, would you consider that kind of slapstick? No.
Nah, I mean it's trying to take from aspects of the old comedies, but yeah, this kind of stands on its own. And when you see it, you realize, wow, this is kind of on an island. There used to be a lot of these kind of things.
Right.
Do you think Pop Star was that? Does Pop Star go into that?
That's a good
Yes. And it was written by the same guy.
It's a Kiva. I feel like the Lonely Island guys do that.
They're the only ones keeping it alive.
Or like the Not Another Teen Movie, like those parody films.
Scary movie.
right.
Scary movie.
Yeah.
Those
Maybe
do a good job of it.
Yeah.
Workaholics-esque as well.
What's your letter grade? Because mine's a B+. Because I don't need to see it again.
Perfect. B+. It
was B+.
Loved it. Nostalgic. Liam Neeson was a good Drebin.
He was.
Pam Anderson was amazing too.
Hey,
great.
did you notice though? Like, I know we love making old guys into action stars, and Liam Neeson with the whole Taken thing and all that. You noticed how he looked though? I mean,
he looks older.
He is older. He was hunched over, and it's like, okay, I'm glad we're doing this now because we're not doing this again, are we?
But so was Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
No.
White hair.
Leslie Nielsen looked like he was standing up straight.
Was he like a Steve Martin guy? Like his hair went white at 30?
Yeah, he's
Leslie
been.
I think so, yeah. Leslie Nielsen did not look uncomfortable.
I want to know what their ages were when they.
Oh,
he was in his 60s, I bet. Nielsen.
He had to be cheap. He had to be cheaper.
Younger
than
Liam
Neeson, for sure.
Really? I don't know.
Hang on, let's see. Leslie
He was
Nielsen.
62 when Naked Gun came out. And let's see.
Dude, there's no Liam Neeson. He walks like he's 77. I'm not trying to
How old is he?
shake him here. Like, I don't know.
And Liam he's 72.
Okay.
Oh, so 10
That's
years.
his next film, Shaken.
I'm telling you. he's he's leaned over, and there's a couple scenes where I was
did
like,
notice
wow,
that
that
too.
didn't look good.
I did notice that too. All right, today is
old, man.
He is old. Today is October 20th. Back in the day, 52 years ago, 1973, the iconic Sydney Opera House opens. It cost $80 million. Took 15 years to build. 48 years ago, 1977, Leonard Skinner, singer Ronnie Van Zant, guitarist Steve Gaines, and his sister and backup singer Cassie were killed when their single-engine plane crashed in the swamps of Gillsburg, Mississippi. 21 years ago, 2004, Lenny Kravitz was sued for causing over $300,000 worth of water damage to a neighbor's apartment when his penthouse toilet overflowed 2 months earlier.
Oh, yeah.
He had soup can turds. And 14 years ago in 2011,
Soup can Kravitz.
Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi was captured and killed by the local rebel militia. And that's what happened back in the day.
When you said Lenny Kravitz caused water damage, I assumed it was a Momoa-related incident.
No, it was an overflowing toilet. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And we start with this pretty sad news. Limp Bizkit bassist Sam Rivers has died at the age of 48. No cause has been revealed yet. But in 2020, Rivers admitted that when he left the band in 2015, it was because of liver disease caused by excessive drinking and that he had received a liver transplant. He then rejoined the band in 2018. The band announced his passing on Saturday night, saying, Sam Rivers wasn't just our bass player. He was pure magic, the pulse beneath every song, the calm and the chaos, the soul of the sound. From the first note we ever played together, Sam brought a light and rhythm that could never be replaced, and his talents were effortless, his presence unforgettable, his heart enormous. And we shared many moments, wild ones, quiet ones, beautiful ones, but every one of them meant more because he was there.
How old was he?
He was 48.
48,
Just
damn.
really sucks. I didn't know that Fred Durst and him met while working at a Chick-fil-A in Jacksonville, Florida. That was kind of fun to find out.
Yeah.
And obviously they started
It was him and John Otto and Sam Rivers started.
So Fred posted a whole video about how he met him. I didn't hear about the Chick-fil-A thing. On the video that he posted, he said he went to see this band and Sam was playing. And then he went up to Sam and was like, hey, I've been trying to do this band and like explain the vision. And Sam was like, yeah, great, I'm in. Let's do it. And then called up his cousin, John Otto, who was a jazz player at the time, to be in the band, and that's how it all started. So he was the first partner of Fred's in the Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. So
played on all 6 albums. Yeah.
So liver transplant. I know he stopped touring with the band for a bunch of years.
The last gig they're saying is August at the Leeds Festival. Just really sad. R.I.P. to Sam. With only 13 dates left on their reunion tour, Oasis co-manager says we shouldn't expect more tour dates. Co-manager said to Music Week, "This is very much the last time around that they will tour, as Knowles made clear in the press. It's a chance for fans who haven't seen the band to see them, or at least for some of them to."
You are
You're
a
full of it.
liar. You are a bull effing liar.
Jesus Christ, blood, every time you lie.
Yeah, right, guy.
Yeah, we're not believing it. They've sold more than 2.5 million tickets worldwide on this current reunion tour, which is insane.
Yeah, well,
That's
ring that
wild.
register.
So they may be touring more. We'll have to wait and see. But for right now, they're bluffing. This is super annoying. Did you see this J-Lo interview on Stern last week?
I saw bits and pieces.
Same. And I watched one of the clips. Listen, I'm going to go off. I love the movie Selena, okay? It's J-Lo's best work. I also like the movie Enough, where she gets all buff and beats the hell out of her ex-husband who's abusive. That also is cool.
What's the Money Train? How about Money Train?
Haven't seen that.
You know, her and who was in Money Train? It was her and
Money Train wasn't that Wesley and
Is that the sequel?
Snipes?
Is that the sequel to Made in
It was like the
Manhattan?
White Men Can't Jump sequel.
Listen.
That didn't go well.
We don't care about Money Train, all right? I'm so
You see boobies in
aggravated
that
by
movie.
J-Lo. Remember I stopped reporting on Ben Affleck and J-Lo when they were like divorcing or whatever. I don't even know if they got married. I don't know what happened. I was like, I can't take it anymore. And then I saw that clip of her on Stern where she's essentially throwing... I hate when people don't take ownership and accountability.
She did not come off very good on this interview.
She did not. So Stern's talking to her about like all of the marriages and whatnot that she's had. And she essentially says, what I learned that it's not that I'm unlovable. It's that they're not capable. They don't have it in them. They need to appreciate the little person inside of them. They need to love them. So she's talking about all these men that she has been engaged to or married to. I believe she's been married four times. And how it's their problem, not hers. I'm sorry. The common denominator in those men is you. And I like just seeing her go on Stern and outright say
Did you
like
see what
it's
the first
everybody
husband
else.
said? He came out.
Yes. So I believe his name is Ojani Noah. He was married to J-Lo from 1997 to 98. He didn't take that line down. In fact, he spoke up for himself and all of her exes by saying, quote, "Let me just say, stop putting us down. Stop putting me down with your victim card. The problem is not us, not me. The problem is you." And then he accused her of being unfaithful. He says, "You were the one who couldn't keep it in your pants. You've been loved a few times. You've been married 4 times and have had countless relationships in between. Yet you've had great relationships, me, for example." He also goes on to say, "I was good to you. I'm too good of a man for you." Noah then said J-Lo lied, cheated, and chose fame and fortune over him, and yet she begged him to stay while he had finally had enough because she didn't want the bad press. And so he asked her to, quote, "Just tell the truth for once. Let people know that you are the problem. You should be embarrassed and ashamed of yourself."
She's a female Tom Cruise, but she's just not as good at it.
Well, I'm sorry, but I think she's terrible at it. Like, I've seen the photos, and I think Ben Affleck is hard to deal with, too, and I'm not giving him a pass. I'm giving everyone else she was married to a pass except for him, because also Ben Affleck had one of the nicest people. He was married to Jennifer Garner, who's seems to be one of the sweetest people, just in general, and he couldn't even hold that down. So I think, honestly, toxic loves toxic, and J-Lo and Ben probably are soulmates for that reason, but I'm just so sick of her like acting like she isn't too much.
Lopez just seems like she's living the role. You know?
Yeah, that was Ben Affleck said that was like a big problem in their relationship, was that she would like get dressed up, get dolled up, call the paparazzi and be like, "I'm going out to get ice cream at this ice cream shop." And she's like, she would
It's too much.
It was all about the machine. Like
I
she
thought
would
she
like
was just
put on a
Jenny from the block,
sundress,
guys.
and
She
like
was,
he's like
that's
she
it.
would set up her own like photo shoots so she would look amazing and
Guys,
like
but
go.
she's still Jenny from the block.
And he's like, "I just wanted to like go get a Dunkin', and everything was a like a manufactured
Production.
press opportunity."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was a thing.
Just sucks.
He
Again,
just wants to drink his Dunkin' Donuts and smoke
Smoke cigs
cigarettes.
I
and
know.
gamble.
he's a problem too. Ace Frehley was scheduled to be with his KISS bandmates on December 7th in D.C. We were talking about this last week when he passed away at the Kennedy Center Honors. Well, with his untimely death on Thursday, they announced that they will be paying a tribute to him and his work and legacy at their ceremony in December. So we will be able to see that December 23rd on CBS. So keep that in mind if you are missing him. Dave Grohl was honored for his community volunteer work during the Hope the Mission's Hope in the City of Angels Gala on Saturday. Grohl spent years donating his time and his barbecue skills to feed the vulnerable and unhoused with Hope the Mission. And here's a little bit of Dave at the speech, at the gala talking about, getting this honors.
This whole thing started years ago when I was coming home, or I was actually going to the studio one night. It was a particularly cold February, and I noticed how many people were on the street. And I'd cooked before for charities and for fundraisers and things like that. But I was looking at these people that needed to eat. And I'm like, what the f***? Like, let's make some food and give it to the people. There is something simple and beautiful about that simple interaction, which is showing love, care, and compassion for another human being. But it's also really good barbecue.
What's he doing, making briskets?
He is. He's making briskets.
Nice.
And I'm really, I love that Dave Grohl does this. He's been doing this for thousands of people, and it's really nice.
He gets under the tent and he gets his hands dirty.
He does, and he probably makes a mean good
Props
barbecue.
to Dave Grohl.
How excited are we that freaking Nikki Glazer is going to be hosting Saturday Night Live?
She should come on the show and talk
Pretty
about
amazing.
it.
She should. I saw that. I'm so excited for her. Just, again, I have a parasocial relationship with her, but seeing her around the building a couple times, like,
Where's she
it's
playing
so
this
cool.
weekend?
The Fox?
The Fox?
Is that for her special she's filming?
I don't know. I think she's at the Fox this weekend.
She is filming a special there.
Oh.
Which is exciting, but I'm so proud of her and excited for her. So this is the lineup for November for Saturday Night Live. So Miles Teller will be up first, November 1st with Brandi Carlile as the musical guest, and this will be his second time hosting. November 8th is when Nikki will host for the first time with musical guest Somber. Glenn Powell will host on November 15th with Olivia Dean as the musical guest. And new episodes of SNL Season 51, of course, air on NBC at 10:30.
I didn't see Sabrina Carpenter this weekend on there.
Great.
Tim was telling me about it. He watched it, yesterday he was watching clips, and he was like, let me ask you this. He doesn't know any of the new people on SNL, and he's like, I feel like I'm getting too old for some of the people. He's like, I looked at him, I'm like, I can't name them. He doesn't know if he has interest in it anymore. And I'm like, well, is this a weird lull that we have as older? I don't watch it hardly ever.
That is
anymore.
There's a theory on this. It's like that's why everybody likes the cast when they were 13. That's always the best cast. Like there's been so many headlines year after year of Saturday Night Dead.
Yeah.
It's over, and it'll never be over. I took a class with this Mike McCarthy dude that used to write in the Eddie Murphy area. He's like, everyone always says, because the cast will have an exodus, and then the cast they like leaves, I hate these new people. And then 2 years later, they're like, I love these new people. It's like, it just takes time.
Well, my mother and father-in-law, they watch it religiously every Saturday night, and they're in their 70s. And so I think it's just what you're saying. I mean, yes, the time that we have, I was listening to Kate McKinnon was on Smartless podcast in the last couple of weeks, and, I love her. But I love Kristen Wiig too. And, I have my favorites, but I'm not around my TV on Saturday night. I just don't make a point, and I don't watch. I don't have
you're not
Peacock.
some loser inside on Saturday night.
There were people that think about that. There's people that when Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig join the cast are like, who are these dorks?
Right.
They're not good. They're not funny. I miss Sandler. I miss it. It'll be in 2 or 3 years. There'll be some will leave. And then a few will emerge as the new stars, and then the new people that come in with them will be hated.
It was so funny back in the day, in high school, oh, anybody see Saturday Night Live? Oh, you were home on Saturday night? Loser!
What an idiot admitting
I
that.
loved it.
Did you watch this weekend's with Sabrina Carpenter?
I did. I thought her musical. I watched a couple of the sketches online, and her musical performances were good. I asked Rizz. I go, "Did you see your girl?" She came out in a little sexy gi and sang a song about wanting to beat up men, and was breaking boards, and then she just started kicking dudes in the crotch.
Nice.
And
I'll watch it.
She knows what she's doing. She's very tongue in cheek, and she was good on it. I thought.
Yeah.
The sketches I saw, the fart sketch was very funny.
Love a fart sketch with Sabrina
Good fart
Carpenter.
sketch.
There was a guy on last week, apparently, that looks exactly like King Scott during one of the sketches.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Where were you, Scott, last
I'm
Saturday?
not going to say.
He was on with Amy Poehler, and actually Craig Gass sent me a picture of it. I'll forward it to you.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, it is your...
Mustache?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Fiery
My buddy,
red hair.
Tommy Brennan is a friend of mine fellow comic that got cast this year, and his first sketch was Tina Fey and Amy Poehler doing the
Christina.
cold open that he got to be in, and I go, man, what a
That's sweet.
home run for your first sketch you get to participate
That's
in. So I was
awesome.
really happy for him. He's a good guy.
Moving into movie news, Black Phone 2, they scared up enough tickets to get the sales to be #1 at the North American box office. The sequel earned $26.5 million in its opening weekend. And Tron Ares, Good Fortune, Roofman, and One Battle After Another round out this week's top 5 movies. So if you've been wanting to see Black Phone 2, looks like it was pretty good.
You were right, by the way. She is filming a special this weekend.
Thank you. Nikki.
Nikki Glazer.
Debbie Harry wants Florence Pugh to play her in a biopic, which I completely support. She just needs some blue contacts, and she could be Debbie Harry. And finally, a list of the 27 best witch movies of all time. There was a Parade.com list that was out. I have a top 10. When you think of witches, what movies? Witch movies, like witches.
The Witch.
The Witches of Eastwick.
The Witch is #9. The Witches of Eastwick is *2.
Hocus Pocus.
The Blair Witch Project.
The Blair Witch Project is #10. Hocus Pocus is #6. Good job.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, #1. Yeah. Most iconic witch of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What else you got? Witches?
What's more iconic?
I guess I was thinking horror. I was thinking in the horror genre.
Some of these are cute movies, and some of them are scary.
You see that picture I sent, by the way? I sent to y'all.
Oh, did you just text us?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is King Scott?
Yeah, this is King Scott.
Oh, my.
Right?
Yeah, this is you. This is Jeff County you. You know what I mean?
That's you, buddy.
Yeah. That is your hair, man.
That's awesome.
Same tattoo.
Yeah.
You should start wearing cut-off shirts, Scott.
You're right. Definitely need to.
Which movies?
Ooh, I think I named all the ones I know.
That you know, okay. There's one you're missing with me in this room that's really upsetting that none of you mentioned it.
Practical Magic.
Thank you. Practical Magic is #3.
The Coven.
The Coven. No, I'll give you the last ones because I don't think we'll ever get there. So #8 is Into the Woods. #7, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. #5, Bell, Book, and Candle from 1958. #4, Weapons.
Oh, yeah.
And then, but your #1, which movie is The Wizard of Oz? And finally, ×2, because I meant to do this earlier. I asked you guys to put together a super group because Youngblood was... he was interviewed recently about who his super group would be, and it got me thinking what super group would you guys put together? So it's singer, guitarist, drummer, and bass. If you could create a super group, and they could be living or dead.
I saw a video of Youngblood, by the way, singing with Sierra Farrell, singing John Prine's "Angel from Montgomery."
I don't know who that is.
That hurts my heart to hear.
I know John Prine, but I don't know the other chick.
She's very good. She's kind of like alternative country, but it was cool. It was and he kind of showed that he has a voice.
All right,
just a screamer.
We're putting together a super group. So my first singer would be Joe Diffie.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Go off,
Heck
Queen.
yeah, dude. Say less, brother. Junior Brown on the bass.
Plus, I'm still lobbying for them to dump Bad
guitar
Bunny
thing?
from the Super Bowl and to do America's tribute to Joe Diffie and stuff.
Okay.
So my letters keep going unanswered. All right. So all right, singer. I want a guy that could do it all. That could sing it all. He could do rock. He could do the slow stuff, the ballads. Freddie Mercury is my lead singer.
Nice. Who else you got? Guitarist.
I think my guitarist is going to be Jimmy Page.
Great.
My bassist is going to be Flea.
Yes, that's who I picked for my bassist
funk.
too.
And my drummer is going to be, and I can't pick anybody from a band I already picked because that's the rules I have in my head. My drummer is going to be Danny Carey from Tool.
Love it.
Wow.
Here we go.
Right. Very
That's my
good.
band.
What about you, Moon?
And I'm the manager. And we're gonna go on the road. We're gonna make so much money.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. I wanted to go with a lady singer.
Yeah.
And her name is Imogen Heap.
Love her.
Yeah, I absolutely love that gal. Huge influence on me. And selfishly, I just want to participate in anything that Imogen is doing. So I'm playing guitar.
Love it.
My bass player is Sting because it's freaking Sting.
Nice.
And my drummer is actually a friend of mine. Is this guy named Eric Improda, Eric with an A. If you don't know this dude, he will in the next decade be the most famous drummer on the planet. If you already don't know him, you're about to, and it's well worth knowing him in some capacity. Eric Improda, Improta. He is the most creative and skilled drummer on the planet.
Well, you guys could open up for my band.
Fine.
But right when doors open, okay?
Sure.
What's the diff?
Sting will be fine. And
Super Bowl halftime.
He's got tantric. He's got tantric sex to deal with later that night.
You guys got 15 minutes when the doors open.
Super Bowl halftime spectacular. What's the diff featuring Sting?
It's so funny you mentioned Danny Carey because Eric actually plays with Justin. They do like a little
Justin
project
Chancellor
together. Yeah.
All right, Rafe, what about you?
Lead singer Reba McEntire.
Good.
Guitar Jimi Hendrix, because then he could get in too. Bass I had Flea as well, and then for drummer Taylor Hawkins. That way Jimmy and Taylor could come back to life.
I love it. King.
I think, singer.
You can't use Joe Duff. You already did.
Oh, wait,
Dang
you
it.
did? I thought we all used him. No, I'm going to go.
We all have Joe Diffie as our
Between
guy.
myself, Alison Krauss, and Paul Simon, but I'm going Paul Simon.
Okay.
And then guitarist John Mayer. And bass Abraham Laboriel. And
Who?
Damn.
Abraham Lincoln?
Abe Laboriel is like
Abe
the
Pagoda.
finest bassist.
yeah,
Light
he's
years
like
ahead, everyone.
studio guy in Nashville. Like
Yeah.
this dude is better than everyone.
Yeah, he's awesome. Mexican guy, incredible. And then we got John Bermuda Schwartz, the drummer from Weird Al.
Okay.
It's going to be a great lineup.
Who's your
Laboriel's
band?
Mexican?
My band is got Robert Plant singing, Jimi Hendrix on guitar, Flea on bass, Dave Grohl on drums.
Okay.
So that's my supergroup. But Youngblood, he named his
were
lineup
close.
for his fantasy supergroup. So he chose John Bonham for drums. For bass, he did the Stone Roses' Gary Mounfield. Johnny Marr was Youngblood's pick for guitar from
Johnny
the
Marr
Smiths.
from the Smiths.
And then David Bowie, Stevie Nicks, and himself on vocals because he said it would be effing crazy.
Oh, you don't get to have three singers.
He
That's
does.
that was
It's not the
rule.
game.
Rules.
Didn't know we had a choir.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute. So that's your crap on celebrities.
A celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Big day, lots of them. Candace Swainpole, the Victoria's Secret angel, is 37. John Krasinski is 46. Dan Fogler, that's Jacob from Fantastic Beasts, is 49. Snoop Dogg, 54. Jimmy Westbrook from Little Big Town is 54. Billy Zabka,
Ah, yes. Billy
that's
Zabka.
Johnny from The Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. He is Viggo Mortensen, Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. He is 67. And Keith friggin' Hernandez from the Cardinals and the Mets. He's 72 years old today.
Is he? I think he's a Cardinal Hall of Famer, right? I think they put him in the Cardinal.
He went in as a Cardinal?
No. Like into the Cardinal.
Oh, yeah.
The
Okay.
Cardinal Hall of Fame.
I was like, that's not possible.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Artemis Antoine. That's right. Today's birthday girl has been in 87 fine films, including Babes in Bondage, Behavior Modification, Bondage is Our Pleasure, Bound to be Surprised, Chunky Chick 7, The Depths of Domination, Gentlemen Prefer Brats, Lessons from the Mistress, Waiting to Inhale, and Who Could Forget a Role in 1997's Hefty and Horny. Artemis Antoine is 55 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, the phrase that pays is back this week. So every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., we will drop a keyword. 9 code words total per day. This will form one mystery phrase created by a member of this here radio program. Now, the phrase that pays is like 2 cash giveaway games in one. Catch a couple words during the day. You can enter on the Point mobile app or at 1057thepoint.com for your chance at a $1,000 weekly grand prize. Each hour is a new chance to get entered to win up to 9 times per day. But if you play along all day and collect all 9 keywords...
The phrase that pays.
The phrase that pays.
More money. More money. Searching for the phrase that pays.
It's time to tell us the Rizz Show's phrase that pays.
All right, so this is the phrase that pays from Friday. It was my phrase. So do you have all 9 words? What is the phrase that pays? I will give you $250. And we'll give you a half-hearted like round of applause. Like, hey.
Yeah.
All right, good job. All right, let's go to Jake. Hello, Jake.
Good morning. Happy birthday.
All right, Jake. Do you have my phrase that pays all 9 keywords?
I do.
Go ahead. What is it?
Who broke the toilet? I am not fixing it.
That is the phrase that pays from Friday. Congratulations, Jake. You are $250 richer.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Who broke the toilet? I am not fixing it. That was my phrase from Friday. Today, it's Moon's turn. Today, it's Moon's phrase that pays. So we will drop the first keyword at some point in the 9 o'clock hour. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. 6 dumb fun facts, and we'll start off with Am I the A-hole? And this is a story that Rafe found. I guess somebody's in a conundrum.
Yeah, they're in a bit of a pickle, if you will, with their wife. And I'm kind of curious what the room's consensus will be and if there's anything our partners could do that would put them in this kind of tailspin.
All right, we got that. And the best city in the U.S. for singles. Where's St. Louis? Where is St. Louis?
In Missouri.
Well,
just
on the list of the best cities for singles. Where are we? It's 8 o'clock. It is Monday. Traffic and weather. Boone coming at you. So I go to this website, thetropicalfruit.com, like once a week, and I look at, things that happened 10 years ago this week. So here's what we were all talking about 10 years ago this week. Baby Hitler was trending worldwide. Now, why was Baby Hitler trending? Because the New York Times...
Best toy. It was Christmas time.
The New York Times asked readers, could you kill a baby Hitler? Like, so if you were sent back in time...
Yeah, kill a baby for greater good.
Would you be able to kill baby Hitler?
I would raise him to be a better man.
Yeah, that's the other argument.
So 42% said yes, 30% said no, and 28% were not sure.
Does he have the mustache yet? I remember Addams Family 2, Family Values, when little baby Gomez or whatever
had
the
the mustache. Had the
which was
mustache.
a cute baby, which was not Hitler.
Yeah.
I mean,
this
knowing
was,
what you know.
You
America
think a baby
was talking.
could make the Hitler mustache cute?
I'm sure there's some whack job dressing their kids up as Hitler this Halloween, so...
Yeah, it was like Norm Macdonald always said he was worried if he went back to kill him, he'd fall under the spell of his beautiful eyes. And
Look at a cute face.
look at that sweet boy. I'll do whatever he
That's
says.
an interesting question. So baby Hitler was trending on social media for a couple days 10 years ago this week. And the other question everybody had when they were done answering the would you kill baby Hitler thing, is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
That is an argument.
So what is it? What do you think?
I think I immediately go to my knee-jerk reaction is Christmas.
I've only seen it once, and it was like just a couple years ago, so I didn't like grow up with it or see it like I was supposed to. But I think it's a Christmas movie, right? Didn't Burton say that?
No, the director. It was not a Tim Burton. Tim Burton did not direct it.
Really?
He produced it, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Director Henry Selick, who also directed Coraline and James and the Giant Peach. He has an answer.
Oh.
Like he has an answer whether it's a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie.
I noticed last week, I learned at a list on Crap On last week of best Halloween movies. It was something that I noticed it was missing from. It might have been best animated or something like that, or kid-friendly Halloween movies.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it was that, and I noticed Nightmare Before Christmas was not on it, and I'm like, guess it's a Christmas movie.
So what do you think it is?
I'm saying Christmas movie because I feel like it gets left off of all the Halloween stuff we do.
Well, I think it's a Christmas movie about Halloween characters from Halloween Town.
The director says, and what do you say, Scott?
I'm going to say it's Christmas.
The director says it is a Halloween movie.
Really?
From the director.
But didn't this director also say it was a Christmas movie? Like one year he said one thing and the next he said the other? I'm telling you, I think this guy's
No, the director weighed in and said, yes, it is a Halloween movie.
I don't care what he said.
The director has spoken. All right, let's do this.
It did, in his defense. Sorry.
Yes, Rafe?
In his defense, it came out October 29th, 1993. So it did come out at Halloween. It was released on Halloween weekend, 1993. So if it's a Christmas movie, you'd think that it would come out at Christmas time. So maybe he's right.
Ask Home Depot and Lowe's.
The director.
And the people with the decorations.
The director.
If you're putting something on a shelf October 29th, it's for Christmas.
All right. Say Something Fun Fact sponsored by
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
All right, before we get to the Am I the A-hole thing, I just want to get this out here. So A new national report just dropped from the rental site Zumper. Right? And we all know Zumper, right?
Of course.
And we all have it bookmarked.
Yeah.
Zumper?
I feel like
Zumper.com?
Zumper.com. You know it.
Zumper damn near killed her.
So this study looked at 100 cities and analyzed everything that makes these cities a great place for singles. Affordability, social life, job opportunities, and the number of other single people. So out of 100 cities that this website looked up and used these analytics, where's St. Louis? Are we a good city for singles? Are we okay? Are we towards the bottom of the list? Are we in the middle? Where are we?
Probably in the middle.
You think we're in the middle?
Yeah.
I think we're high. I think St. Louis will be high because it's an affordable city. Nobody here, LA and New York, everybody's a climber. It's hard to date in those cities. A lot of cities are like that. Everyone's a social climber. Here, everybody's just kind of looking to hook up. And we got a lot of venereal disease, which means it must be going pretty
That's
well.
a good part. Yeah.
True. Good point, Rafe. Moon, where do you think we are as far as best single cities?
This is just rated state by state, huh?
This is city by city.
How many cities?
100 cities.
I'm gonna
100
say,
of the biggest metropolitan areas in the country.
I'll say we're number 25.
25.
I think we're in the top 20. I might even say top 10.
Top 10.
Wow.
Scott.
I'll go.
Remember, affordability, social life, job opportunities, the number of other single people.
Oh, those? I didn't think about those. The top 18 then.
Top 18. Ladies and gentlemen, St. Louis is.
Oh.
St. Louis is number 1.
No.
We are
Told you.
officially the best city in the United States of America
You're kidding me,
for
dude.
single people.
Oh, I think the single people would argue that completely.
St. Louis is the number 1 best city in the entire country for single people. We beat out every other major city from coast to coast.
I was talking to a guy at Hot
We're
Shots
crushing it.
on Thursday, and he was telling me about his experience at the date. I'm like, how's it going out there? You know, because I don't know. And he was like, oh, God, it's so bad.
If you can't find a date or you're not dating and you're still single, it's on you.
Yeah.
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 The numbers, why did we win? Why did we win?
Well, you just said affordability. That's going to.
Okay, number 1. According to this report, St. Louis, we have a rare and winning combo that other cities just can't match. So we can actually afford to live here.
Midwestern hotties.
That was a huge factor. The report highlighted that the median rent for a 1-bedroom apartment in our city is just $1,000. And we all know how much further our money goes here compared to places like New York or Austin.
Yeah.
We've got a great social scene.
It's great.
And it's not just about being affordable. It's about having fun. The report ranks St. Louis in the top 5 nationwide for nightlife and entertainment options per capita.
Wow.
I want to know what the percentage of young people are married in St. Louis. Like, I feel like we get married younger.
I have the number.
You do?
I have
good.
I have the number of how many single people there are.
Oh, okay. Drum roll again.
So from free museums and the zoo to all the amazing bars and restaurants, there's always something to do in St. Louis. And this is according to the numbers here. And you're in good company. So about half of our entire population is single.
What?
Half of our entire population is single.
Wow.
There's a lot of people feeling really bad.
So whether you're
About
actively
themselves with
dating
all
or
these
just
stats.
enjoying life with friends, there are plenty of other people in the same boat as you.
You're telling me half the people I meet today are single?
Half.
And this is the greatest city for meeting people, and I'm
Yes.
having difficulties
You're
not being
married.
single?
Are they not down to mingle?
I'm not
Is
saying
that
me.
the
I'm
issue?
saying people are saying that out there. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with these people?
I'm happy. I'm thrilled. I'm magnificently thrilled that I'm not in this game.
Single doesn't necessarily mean good catch.
Yeah, this means you're available.
It means available.
So the expert who co-authored this report said St. Louis offers an appealing and social opportunity for singles because we hit that perfect balance between affordability and a robust social life.
We're a drinking city.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that are like young people specifically are not drinking a lot anymore.
We're still, people go out in St. Louis. We are a go out on the town city. That's why comedy's good here. Like, you always get an audience. You get a real read
Well, and
because
also
people are always looking for stuff to do. Like people have expendable income, so they go out on the weekends.
you know there are places you can go Friday and Saturday night. You know it's going to be packed.
Yeah.
Helen's, hello.
You know it's going to be packed with single people looking to hook up. So who else made the list? Austin's at number 10, Richmond, Virginia, Asheville, North Carolina, Minneapolis, Tallahassee, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Salt Lake City, Knoxville, and number 1, St. Louis.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And when I was searching for this, it said in 23 that we were number 2, so we moved up.
We did.
This is great.
Great.
Who was number 1 back then?
Good question.
I wonder these other cities, I wonder.
Got to be Austin.
Austin's number 10 this year.
Yeah, Austin was.
Ain't affordable anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say Austin was.
Atlanta was higher.
Atlanta
5-10 years ago, and now it's getting the Austin fatigue is setting in.
Do people want to get married anymore? I feel like people don't. Everybody's waiting longer, and then I feel like everybody is.
We
over
did a study on this a couple weeks ago. I think the numbers are up.
Are they?
Yeah, because
well,
our
the divorce
church
rates are down because people are not getting married.
Yes.
Well, in the church world, it has definitely gotten popular to get married young again. Because for a long time, it was like my age, where you're 40, you start getting married then. But all of a sudden, it seems like every young person at our church is
but people
19
aren't
getting
religious
engaged and getting married.
like they were, Scott. Like religion is down. Like people are not running to religion like they used to.
No,
like,
it's doing great right now. It's having a big revival across the country. College campuses are having big services. It's pretty amazing.
You and I do not get the same research.
I typed it out. More people getting married now than 10 years ago. I wonder. I thought we may have talked about this. Maybe it was the divorce rates.
I think it was.
It was. We were trying to figure out if people were staying married or just not getting married, so the rates had gone down because people aren't like rushing into young marriages as much as they used to.
I only have 2022 numbers. I don't know. I'll look it up. Maybe I'll report on it next week. All right, Rafe.
Yeah.
What do you got for Am I the A-hole?
All right, here's a quick Rafe on relationships. Rafe's on potato chips. Here we go. It's Am I the A-hole? Thinking about divorcing my wife after she drunkenly exposed me to our group of friends. The issue here happened Saturday night. We had our friend group over. There's 6 of us, couples. We all hang out. Progressing pretty normal throughout the night, had dinner, couches, chatting. Everyone was drinking over the course of the evening and all pretty comfy. My wife, Amy, all names fake, was talking with one of the other girls about my new job. I recently got a promotion where I travel. As they were chatting, her friend Pamela was talking about how they make it work when her husband travels. The conversation was actually quite helpful, honestly, in a lot of ways, as there were some good ideas in there. That's when it happened. Heidi jokingly said, quote, and be sure to order some sex toys that are the same size as him, so you can feel like you're still having sex with your husband while he's gone, end quote. Now she was giggling, just making light of the fact that I would be gone, and the biggest challenge they had was the interruption of their sex life. No harm in this, right? That's until my wife says it. Quote, I don't think they make them that tiny, end quote.
No.
Oh, she said that in front of everybody?
Mm-hmm. Guys, I went totally pale. Everyone stopped talking, and you could just feel the awkwardness in the room. I think she realized what she had done, but she tried to backpedal. The damage was done. I just stared in disbelief. She kept trying to backpedal, saying, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry.
Oh, so she didn't go, I'm kidding?
No, she doubled down and said, I'm sorry. I just told everyone it's tiny.
I'm sorry that you have a tiny weenie.
Use that whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
I just stood up, walked out, didn't know what
my God.
to say or do. I headed over to a buddy's house. I'm sober. I don't drink. I didn't tell him the story. I just said we had an argument, but I feel so violated by my wife.
Man.
Now, there's a second part to this, but I want to see how we feel at this point in the story.
First off, why don't be such a big baby about it.
Yeah, to say yours is smaller.
And a huff and puff, you just leave the house. How old are you?
Also, not a good way to cover it up.
Right.
Like, if there was any, like...
You told everybody about my weenie.
Yeah, people... my weenie!
This is all spoken by average people in here, by the way.
Well...
I never dealt with a tiny one, so I don't know what I would do.
636 on the Schreier text line. He can't help her massive vagina.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, man. I can't help it if I got a wide set vagina with a heavy flow.
Yeah.
It's a quote from Mean Girls. Look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Hello.
Yeah, so he's a giant baby and leaving the house and going to a buddy's place.
Yeah.
And when people are over, come on, man.
I know. Why are dongs being brought up anyway?
I was just jokingly about when Trevor travels, I like to use my GoPro.
I think these are both stupid people, honestly.
Now, there's some backstory here. I wanted to hear your initial thoughts. Scott, you got anything for this, bud?
Well, we heard the front story. I'm ready for the backstory.
Okay.
Good one.
What she said is most likely true. I am not well endowed at all. I have known this my whole life, basically. Any guy can back me up when I say we're all conscious of our size. I am just under 3 inches, completely erect.
Oh my
boy.
goodness. Wait. This is the same email?
Yeah. I told you that was some more facts. I wanted to hear the initial reactions first.
Oh my gosh. This chick sucks.
I have always...
Wow.
Penis.
Dude. Oh, yeah? What can he do about that?
I don't know, man.
How dare you, dude? How dare you?
Hey, I've had sex with men with very small wieners before.
Can't you imagine the horror that they go through their entire life?
Would you like to say their name out loud on the
No,
air?
I would not.
Just
I
initials
love
and where
all
they're
the
from.
men that
Can
I've
you
ever
imagine
vetted
that?
with.
Can you imagine that? I can't, but I can imagine it
somebody
is a
with-
bad.
Dude, it's the
a
same thing that
bad
women
ride.
get with like small boobs.
No.
Oh my God! Are you out of your brain?
No.
Are you out of your mind?
Are you part of the itty bitty committee?
No.
Are you
Trust
kidding me? Are
How
you?
big's 3 inches?
How many guys are going around talking about their experience with somebody with small boobs? Nobody.
People talk about flat-chested women all the damn time.
Oh, that's
How
false
big, How big are
equivalency.
3 inches? Like
15 centimeters? I don't know.
No, I mean,
Not great.
Smaller than this pin.
Not great. It's not a great look, and
Listen,
it's smaller than.
Can I say this on behalf of men with small dongs?
This.
It's not about that. It's about how you. It's the flow of the
it's the
ocean.
motion
Don't
of the
you
ocean.
try to
There has
back
been
out of this.
I'm not backing out of it. I have had plenty of good times with said endowment. So I'm
3
just
inches.
saying it's not only
you have
about
a shallow
that.
badge.
What?
Too much. Gone too far, Rafe.
We're all on the same page. This lady
Thank you.
sucks.
She's terrible.
This lady's
God.
awful.
All
This lady
right.
might be the devil.
Remember back in the day, when they were doing that John Holmes movie, they gave us all those giant rulers.
Yes, the rulers. I had one of my
And they
desks.
weren't ever. You have one in your desk?
yeah.
I
I
used to
did.
have them in the studio. It was like how big John Holmes is.
It was like a 16-inch
Yeah.
Oh, my
instead of a
gosh.
12-inch.
That's
Oh, yeah, I
absurd.
forgot you had that
Ridiculous.
for a while.
Yeah, she's the worst.
To go on.
I would say leave, but good luck, man.
Well, he's considering it, and that's what I want to know. That's what I want to get to here. I've always been super insecure about it, but our sex life was never lacking because I made up for it in other ways,
There you
like
go.
Clarence said. At least that's what she tells him. And she has never lacked in the O department. We get there other ways sometimes.
I think it's funny that people are acting like apples to oranges. It's a body part that is judged, like breasts and
come on.
dongs.
Breasts are judged.
It is, but I don't think. Yeah, I don't
Of
think
course,
any
but
guy's
that's a
ever like.
false
I really love
equivalency.
my girlfriend, but her boobs are so small I can't get off. I don't think that has ever been said.
And there are so many things that represent your femininity, and there's one thing
I know.
that represents our masculinity. Like on
What
the
other
whole.
things represent a woman's femininity? Like, I mean,
Oh my
but
Sense of
goodness.
it's the,
humor.
same, it's the same thing. I'm trying to actually meet you
Tushy.
on a very equal place right here.
But this isn't equal. That's what
her
I'm trying to tell
tender
you.
heart.
Yeah, but you also have like a sack.
Oh, but yeah,
Nobody's judging the sack.
Yeah, that's the
You
ugliest
guys
part
all
of
want to
us.
talk about your sack until you don't want to talk about it.
Nobody wants. I never want to talk about my sack.
What are you talking
I love
about?
talking about.
We talk
my
about our
sack.
sack every week on this show. We're
But I'm-
talking sacks.
You're talking to a couple people with
You
vasectomies.
usually bring
Clearly
them
we
up,
don't-
though, to be
I
honest.
everybody
I only
sacks.
talk about my sack when I talk about vasectomy.
Yeah, clearly
I
we
sat
don't
on my
care too
sack.
much.
I got a my
I sat on my
difference or
sack
whatever
a
it
couple
is.
weeks ago, and I had to let St. Louis know.
Exactly.
Hey, we're embracing your perimenopause. Embrace our sacks.
I know what you're saying, but in this case, I mean, oh my!
It's something you're insecure about. Women with small breasts can be insecure about that.
I understand.
Yeah,
and
totally.
men with small wieners can
For
be
sure.
insecure about
Yeah, well,
that.
agreed.
It's the same.
Women
see,
can get a breast augmentation, and men can live with it.
There you go.
Yeah, well, we see I see the comparison. I just don't think it's.
Yeah,
Well-
314, you're insane. Learn. I love small boobs. No girl loves a small ween.
That's maybe not true, but we don't know that.
I just said to you,
Fewer
I
percentage.
just admitted on the radio that I had bedded with a man with a small wiener before, and we had a great time when we were dating.
Did you love it?
It was great. There were attitude problems. That's why we broke up. It was not the wiener.
he's listening
okay,
right
it was
now.
not the
wiener's
wiener.
attitude?
If he's
yeah,
listening
but the
right
wiener
now-
probably caused the attitude problem.
If he's listening
That is
right now,
maybe true.
He is
It's-
probably really split. He's probably like, "Well, it's good to hear a good review, but do you gotta narrow it down in front of St. Louis on who might have one of these.
Yes, this is the show. This is what we do.
Well, here's a third left turn. Now, here's where I feel like the H. I want to divorce her. I feel so violated. I feel like I can never see these friends again. I feel like all they will be thinking about when I'm around is, dang, how tiny is it?
That's true. That is true.
But my A-hole feelings come because I've also known for a long time that it's small, so I steered into the skis. I guess you could say that I'm more of submissive in the bedroom, and I enjoy it when she pokes fun at it there.
Oh, no
It's become
way.
part of our playful sex life.
Oh,
But that was just us.
Oh, so maybe she's...
So I feel violated being now public knowledge, but I also may have made my bed here by being okay with the dirty talk in the bedroom. I don't know.
So she may have accidentally blurred the line a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
so-
changes it a little tiny bit.
Honestly, I don't even
I'm
know.
sorry I used that word.
Yeah. So what we're dealing with now is she blurted it out. She was drunk. She did not make it better. She made it worse.
Right.
But he also, this is part of their sex life. This is part of the thing that like is like humiliation is in the bedroom about it. He's just leaned into it. It's become part of their. So now that's like maybe she was a little drunk and her defenses were down.
Just
Try to salvage the marriage. Go to
Insufferable.
therapy.
Just deal with each other. Find a way. Also own it. If that's what you're dealing with, like, you don't have to be. You are not helping your insecurity by acting this way.
you two.
I think she
two
owes you a little
kids.
extra dirty talk. You know what I'm saying?
And also, how long have they been married?
Didn't say length of marriage.
I mean, if you're going to break up the marriage because of this,
Pee-wee.
it's, I mean,
I think it's probably more.
she
to
married
it.
you because she loves you and she loves your wiener. You know, that's love, man.
All 3 inches of it.
You got to
All
salvage
3
it.
inches of it.
There's an update
Okay.
Oh, okay.
for what it's worth.
This just keeps going.
In real time.
We sat down and talked about everything. I'm going to give you the bullet points because I don't think I could begin the whole conversation. I brought up I felt exposed and humiliated. I explained that it was different than what we do in private. She agreed. Understood where I was coming from. She apologized.
So she's into the shaming him, right?
She says she's really thinking about getting away from alcohol.
Yeah. All right. We're all winning here.
So
I like this gal now.
It's very big of her.
we both agreed that unrelated in totality to the issue, she's been drinking too much in general. I stopped drinking a long time ago for health reasons. We're both going to start individual counseling and couples counseling in a few weeks.
Rafe, did you write this email, man?
Oh.
Well, and
okay.
another update. They're here. Bring them in. Bring them in.
Well,
Tiny Tim is
we got someone
here.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say Tiny Tim. Tim has nothing to do with this conversation.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
No.
Oh, why?
Oh,
well,
no.
wait a second now. If it's no
it's
big
all
deal,
makes
why do we
sense.
feel so a need to defend?
Oh, man.
So my question to you guys is this, to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Is there anything, I agree with you, by the way. I think this guy's overreacting.
Yes.
Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Yes, yes, it sucks that she did that in front of your friends, but you could have played it off and it probably would have been fine.
Exactly.
It
And
was
she
your
could have
own
played it off,
insecurity
too.
that made you flip out and storm out of the room.
Right. And this man's been dealing with this for probably a long time. There was probably something happening in a locker room, a gym class.
No, yeah. And if there's alcohol,
And
if there's a lot of alcohol issues that have been piling up, this could have been the straw that
Alcohol,
broke the camel's
insecurities.
back.
yeah, and if you're happily married to a beautiful woman, then you win anyway. And steering into it is the way to go. We knew a dude that he was, to be honest, I don't even remember his first name, but we all called him Pencil D. Pencil D. And
Right, Dennis, then, I
and
imagine.
he ran. I mean,
Name's
this
Scott.
was like early 20s, and he was steering into it because it was like, well,
This is what God dealt me.
this is what I got,
This is the hand I've been dealt.
and he was funny.
Right.
And Pencil D, I'm sure, is doing great on the West Coast somewhere, and somebody's happy.
Hopefully,
about it.
hopefully happily married.
Is there
Yeah, steer into
anything,
it.
I'm curious, your spouses or significant others could do? Is there an insecurity, not this specifically, but is there a breach of trust that would make you feel this way? Is there something personally that you're like, yeah, if they did this, or if they said something that I feel that I'm private about, like blurting out something that you're private about, drunk in public, and then doubling down, would that be a fireable offense?
My
to you
wife
guys?
knows if I start going to a line where I'm about to divulge information that she'll shoot me a look and I'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're the problem.
Yes,
in
I am
this
100%
scenario. You would be the one
I'm
getting
always
divorced.
the problem.
You would be the one getting possibly divorced over this.
Yes.
I feel like you went up. I feel like you've towed that line a few times.
Oh, there are times on the show where I'll say something at 6 o'clock in the morning and go home like, "Hey, babe," she goes, "You did what?"
Yeah.
I know.
I hear that
That's
all
my
the time.
life.
What?
Yeah, me too.
I am the problem in my relationship. Everyone knows this. No, Tim, there is nothing he can do. Because it's all out there. I really am an open book, and that's my problem. He's like, can you maybe not?
Right. That's what we do.
Can you maybe not tell everybody like you had sex with a guy with a small dog, like on the air today? Yes, but this is my authentic self.
Yeah.
And then not specifically say it wasn't me.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't Tim.
It was not Tim.
Wink, wink. The important part is that it wasn't me.
I don't care that you said it, and you should have said all of it.
Listen, we have our guest is here. Our guest
thank
is in the
God.
other room.
That's funny.
Dr. Coltan
Saved by the bell.
Scrivner, who wrote a book called Morbidly Curious. A scientist explains why we can't look away. He's going to be on Dax Shepard's podcast Friday, but he's here first, so we'll chat with him. He is here to talk to us about why we love to be scared, why we like the serial killer movies, why we like to watch car crashes, what the psychology is behind our dark interests. Dr. Coltan Scrivner is next. Full studio for first time. First, I want to welcome our buddy from Haunted Souls. Frankie's back with us.
Hey guys, how are you?
And learned you missed when the Haunted Souls guys were here.
I did, because I was in Salem. I heard such great things, though. People are like jacked about the tours and just everything you guys do.
We can't thank you guys enough. We raised a bunch of money for Stray Rescue STL. We've sold out MSP like the day of. It was crazy because that's when we came on the MSP show, and it was like, what happened? And we're sitting there and like, oh my God, I got to tell Sheila over there that we have more people than we thought. Because we had 60 and we jumped to like 75.
Yeah, they spent the night at the Missouri State Penitentiary.
I heard it sounded. I can't do that. I can't do it. You're talking about somebody getting locked in, right? Like everybody gets locked in.
That was
cell.
it's a mistake. One of the rules they have there is don't touch the gates, don't touch them, don't swing them if they're not open, don't open them because you will get locked in here
That's
the whole
so
weekend.
funny.
I can't do it.
So people will close the cell and they got to wait for a locksmith to come Monday.
Is there a toilet in there?
We bet on that
Oh,
while you were
God.
gone.
Nah.
I brought this up while you were gone, whether you would do it or not.
No, I would not. I love ghosts. I love
she
hunting.
loves ghosts.
And like learning history and all that stuff. But yeah, can't
No
do it.
toilet.
No
In
toilet, I'm
cells,
out.
she's out.
Yep. All right. Also joining us in studio is Dr. Coltan Scrivner, who wrote a new book, and it's out. Morbidly Curious, a scientist explains why we can't look away. So this is basically you explaining why we are fascinated with serial killers, why we are fascinated with watching a car crash, why we're fascinated with these true crime podcasts.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about, right?
Anything that has information about danger, right? That might be bad news, it might be horror movies, it might be true crime, cults, kind of that whole ghosts, that whole realm of things that has anything to do with potential danger.
So for listeners, people listening to the show who might feel like rubbernecking at a car crash or binge watching a true crime documentary, if they feel weird about it, can you start defining what morbid curiosity is and why you argue it's a natural evolutionary feature? It's not a personal flaw.
Yeah. The book kind of has two parts. The first part is what is this thing and why do we do it and how do we do it? What are the different ways we do it? And then the second half is, all right, we do this thing. What does that mean? Does it mean we're psychopaths? Does it mean we have something wrong with us? Does it mean what?
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
My theory is, and it relates to comedy, is like one of the triggers of comedy is superiority, where like people like when you make fun of yourself or you make fun of something because it makes them feel like their life is not as bad.
Yeah, that's part of it.
And I feel like sometimes hearing about like those types of things are intriguing to us because we're like, whoa, thank God this didn't happen to me. You know, like there's a little bit of like a superiority thing there. Like not in a way that's...
It's like a perspective, right?
Perspective,
Like, thank God that's not happening to me.
Exactly.
Yes.
And comedy, a lot of it is too, you take things that are taboo and you put them in comedy, and then they're okay to talk about, right?
Right.
So horror does something, so like scary things do something similar when you play with them. It's like you take something scary, you put it in a safe context, a book or a movie or even a story or an experience like a haunted attraction, and now you can kind of experience this really scary thing in a safe way, just like you can kind of play with the taboo in comedy.
Right.
So like gore and stuff like that. That all plays into it. Right? Do you remember those Faces of Death movies?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Remember those were like a
Of
huge
course.
deal.
I never could watch them.
Yeah, they're burned into my soul.
Some of that stuff was real. Some
Rotten.com.
Rotten.com.
yeah.
Some of that stuff was real. Some
Poor
of it was made up. But
it didn't matter, right?
Right.
It didn't matter if it was real or made up because it gives you an idea of what could happen, right? So things that happened, those are things that can't happen because they did. But there's tons of things that you don't know about or that haven't happened that might happen, right? These like hypotheticals. Those are interesting to us as well.
Yeah, what I'm really curious to learn is I feel like there is a line. And I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's a amount of traumatic events or if it's a maturity level that someone reaches. But I feel like recently, and going back to thinking about the videos and the Rotten.coms and all that, Rizz and I watched a video. This was a handful of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I watched it, I went, I think I'm done.
which video was it?
You know what it is.
No, I don't. Tell me.
It was the one. It was like a. They murdered a bunch of people down in South America or something.
Oh, the shooting outside.
Yes, you remember that.
Yo.
And I think actually while we were I was over your shoulder, and I think I said, "I'm done with this."
It was like a gang.
watch.
It was like a gang hit.
thing,
It was a gang hit outside of like a bar.
Yeah.
Somewhere in South America.
Yeah.
Where these guys just came and just mowed everybody down, and we saw the video of it.
We saw the video, and it wasn't even like a gory thing. It wasn't something that I hadn't seen before or whatever. But I was just like,
It was like depressing and sad, right?
It was so sad in my soul that I was like, I don't need to watch these things anymore. I don't want to. And I felt like my mother, my elderly mother, who's like, why do you watch that stuff and put yourself through it? And I feel like it was almost like Doc Hollywood or whatever his name was when he crossed the rocks in Field of Dreams and he turned old and he couldn't come back. I felt like I crossed the rocks and I was no longer the same person that was interested in those things in the morbidly curious way. So is there like an age or is it a maturity thing where people kind of like age out of it where you're like, I can't do this anymore to myself?
Yeah, well, the phrase is morbid curiosity, right? You can really only be curious about things you don't know about yet. Right? It's hard to be curious about something if you know everything about it.
Right.
You get less interested in it, right? You might find other ways to enjoy it, but you're not curious about it. And so once you kind of see, 100 true crime documentaries, you're going to kind of know how the next true crime documentary is going to end up. You don't really, you're less curious about it. You might find other reasons to be interested in it. Now maybe you're interested in having your own true crime podcast or documentary and you're interested for that reason to see how it's made. But you're not curious about the mystery anymore. And so a lot of this is understanding terrible things that might happen. And as soon as you understand what that looks like and what causes it, you don't really need to keep seeking it out necessarily, unless you can find ways to, or unless documentary filmmakers can find ways to make it a new twist or a new interesting way, right? And that's why they're always looking for this new, unique thing that nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, I feel like there was there's a healthy amount of anxiety that you're looking for in your youth, and that last one pushed the button of, well, this is serious.
Well, maybe
anxiety.
because it was too real. It's not Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, it was like
Freddy Krueger cartoon.
Yeah, it was like this is serious anxiety.
Well, and there's no information about it, right? You just see the video, and it's like just the action.
Yeah,
the thing that we're usually curious about is not just the action,
the backstory.
What led to it?
Right, exactly.
What
That's
causes
a good point.
it? What are the outcomes of it? Who are the people that did it? Who are the people that got caught? How did they get caught?
Yeah, great point.
Yeah.
So I'm a curious person by nature, but I don't get into any of the gore stuff. Like I'm freaked out when these guys are like, oh, did you see the guy that fell down? Like I have no interest in that.
Yeah.
However, like the occult, ghost, haunted things, I love that. But as far as like gore and like people getting murdered and stuff, my heart can't take it. So I'm completely on the other side.
Yeah.
Like, is the research like forward and for somebody who is curious but not curious in those things, like does the research kind of mirror in that way as well?
Yeah, so some of the work I've done is split. You have like morbid curiosity as this big, broad concept, and then it, based on the research I've done, it kind of splits into 4 different areas, 4 different factors. So there's kind of this gory bodily injuries factor. So what happens to your body when you have an accident? What happens to your body when you're the victim of a crime, right? What are the outcomes of that? How bad is it? There's another one that's violence itself. So that's like seeing the awful act itself, and so you don't need much of that. You see it once or twice, and you're like, "That's enough." I understand it, right?
Is this your morbid curiosity scale?
Yeah. So there's these different factors.
Oh, cool.
And then so there's those two: there's bodily injuries and violence, and then there's minds of dangerous people, which is like understanding who did it and why they did it, and how can you spot them out in the world.
That's where I'm there.
Like, if you're watching true crime, a lot of what you're doing is building this like mental Rolodex of who causes these crimes and like how can I spot them?
Yeah, but then with that kind of mentality, you think everything's out to kill you.
Exactly.
Well,
so
no,
you have to like go outside and experience the real world too, so that you don't.
If you go too much into that, then you're scared of everything.
Well, so I wanted to be a forensic psychologist before I got into radio, which I know is a huge left turn into something completely different, but not really. Like ethnography and like psychology and different things interest me. I love people. But I wanted to be Jodie Foster from Silence of the Lambs and try to figure out serial killers before I was like still naive at this point.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't go in that route. I'm glad I deal with psychopaths in the radio industry instead.
Manageable ones.
Yeah,
We're not violent.
I would say that I'm in that third place that you just described.
And there's a fourth one though that is the paranormal, right? And that has nothing to do with like whatever your culture believes in about ghosts or demons or whatever it might be. It's really about things that we don't fully understand but we think might be dangerous. So that could be for your culture, that could be a demon, that could be a ghost, that could be an alien, it could be anything like an ancestor, it could be anything that we, the criminal, we can like learn about them, we can talk to them, interview them. The ghost or the alien or the demon, like we can kind of do it, but not really, right? So we have these things that happen to us that we have difficulty explaining. We have difficulty explaining why there was a volcanic eruption, and so we attribute that to the agency of like some really powerful, probably malevolent, awful thing.
Yeah.
So that's that paranormal curiosity.
Yeah, so where would I fall? So like yesterday, I watched a video about what happened to people when Pompeii erupted.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like it was 10 minutes before it erupted up until the moment everybody died.
Yeah.
And I was just curious as to like how
What does that look like? What happens?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like how people perished.
Yeah, like
I'm curious.
Yeah.
But
Natural disasters. Where does that fall?
That would be
violent?
like it could be body violation if you're like, what happens to the person? What happens to them? They're in their home.
Yeah, do they
they're having
burn? Do they
breakfast,
suffocate?
and, what happens to their body? Right.
Yeah, look
That
up
would-
college blowout on
No.
Oh my.
No, don't do that.
but power lifter.
I don't like those.
Power lifter got an inverted colon because he lifted too hard.
Yeah,
I'll never unsee it for the rest of my life.
I'm so sensitive at this point that like I will find my body completely tensed up and my face tensed up when I'm watching a replay of a sports injury.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to watch sports injuries these days. My knees start buckling. I'm just like, oh God, he's gonna break his leg. I know it.
Doctor, you also talk about, horror fans. And you talk about, and I saw an interview you did where you talk about 3 distinct types of horror fans. So the adrenaline junkies, the white knucklers, and the dark coppers.
Dark copers, yeah.
Copers, I'm sorry, copers. So what are those?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason I did that is because when I started, again, studying this, there was almost no research on morbid curiosity and then almost nothing on horror fans either, which seemed weird to me because you have hundreds of millions of people who are like this, right? So we should know something about their psychology. And if you ask a psychologist or you ask someone on the street, hey, why do you think these people like horror movies? They would say, well, probably they like adrenaline, right? It's a good first guess. It didn't really ring true to me. It didn't make a lot of sense. And
well, it gets the heart pumping. It gets,
Yeah. So it makes sense for some people. But if you go to like a horror movie, if they're really adrenaline junkies, then why are they truly afraid? Why are they sometimes coming out sweating and not feeling, like why are so many people going to this that don't seem to enjoy the adrenaline itself? They seem to enjoy something else. And so I essentially gathered this huge collection of statements, 50, 60, 70 statements on why people like horror movies. And I gave those statements to hundreds of people, and I said, just tell me how true these are for you. I like horror movies because I like the way it makes me feel afraid, and I like that. That's one. I like horror movies, but they make me afraid to walk home at night. That might be another, right? So they answer all these questions, and you can use some statistical techniques to kind of pull out which questions were answered in similar kinds of ways. So if people answered a 7 on this one, they probably answered a 6 or a 7 on this one, right? And you get these different factors. And what I found was that, yes, there was one factor that was kind of this adrenaline junkie factor, where people really like the feeling of fear and the feeling, that high sensation feeling. Same people who would go to ride a roller coaster, go skydiving, bungee jumping. But there were also 2 other factors. There was this white knuckler factor. So if you kind of squeeze your fist, you see like the white escape across your knuckle, the blood escaping, right? We named it that because those people were really afraid of horror. So, which is interesting. Like, why would you
put yourself through that?
Put yourself through it? Yeah, they don't actually really like the adrenaline that much. And we'll get to that in a second. So they squeeze, they walk through the haunted house like that, right? Or they're sitting here like grabbing
or squeezing their partner's hand.
Their partners or their armrest or whatever's around them. And then there was a third one, which we expected the first 2 because we had a sense that, okay, there are some people who are actually afraid that go to these things. The third one, though, the dark copers, we called them that because they were saying that they liked horror because it helps them deal with difficult emotions in their lives, anxiety, depression, maybe like existential questions they have about death or what happens after. And so we had these 3 categories, and then we translated them into Danish. We took them to a haunted attraction in Denmark, the most extreme place you could think if you're a horror fan, right? That's where you should see nothing but adrenaline junkies because it's like this high sensation experience. But when you translate it into Danish, new language, new culture, high intensity place, what you found is you still had 3 groups, but only a small portion of them were adrenaline junkies. Even at the haunted house, we had a bunch of white knucklers and a bunch of people who were dark copers. And when we talked to them afterwards, we said, hey, you were scared of this. Why did you go through this? Why did you do this? And they would say, well, some people would say, well, my friends wanted me to do it. Fine. Okay, well, did you enjoy it? And they would say, yes. And we would say, why did you enjoy it if you don't like feeling afraid, don't like feeling anxious? And they would say, well, I learned how to kind of handle my fear when I was in there. I learned, I got really scared, but I felt kind of safe. And so I could kind of learn how to regulate those feelings, right? Other people would say, well, I learned that I need to get better at doing that. I wasn't very good at that.
So it was almost therapy?
It was like therapy, yeah. Or other people would say, I felt like I developed as an individual. Almost like you mentioned that, you saw this video and you're like, oh, that was it. That was it.
That was the line. So they're testing themselves.
They're testing themselves. And some people had this experience there in this, 30 or 40 minute attraction experience where they were like, oh, this is what it feels like to be afraid. This is what it feels like to be truly anxious, truly afraid. This is how I handle it. Maybe I handled it well, maybe I didn't, but here's what I need to do to get better at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like roller coasters.
Yeah, it can be.
I think a lot of people do that with roller coasters.
Yeah.
Like they know that they're scared and they don't want to do it, but they kind of see it like, well, all these these kids are doing it. I got to test myself to see if I can do this.
Yeah, and then some of them end up being the adrenaline junkies and they enjoy that rush. Other ones don't necessarily enjoy the rush, but they're like, oh, I kind of learned how
they
I
don't
felt when I was
realize.
afraid.
And they're happy that they overcame it.
Yeah, exactly.
This was something interesting that you talk about. So a film critic once described fans of the movie Saw as depraved lunatics, right?
So he added me on Instagram like a day ago and sent me a message because he's in the front of the book. He's like, hey, I liked the prologue of your book.
So there's this stereotype that people who enjoy these really gory horror movies, they lack empathy. And your research directly challenges that.
Yeah.
So could you share what you discovered when you actually tested the empathy levels of horror fans?
Yeah, this is one of those things I could not believe that nobody had done really good research on, because that is such it's an obvious intuition. Like, okay, you like movies where there's suffering, maybe you're low in empathy. That's a fair intuition. I get it.
You sick bastard.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You probably you kill animals,
Yeah, or you think it's okay to do this in real life, or, you enjoy it, you get a rush out of it, right? And so I thought, well, okay, this is really easy to test, right? There are a lot of validated scales that measure cognitive empathy, so like your ability to take the perspective of somebody else. There are scales that measure affective empathy, so do you feel what someone else feels? And compassion, which is, do you care about other people's well-being? Do you care if they're suffering or not? And so I took some of those validated scales and recruited hundreds of people, and I just asked them, what kind of movies do you like? That was the first simple test. Do you like horror movies? Do you like drama movies? Which ones do you like the most? How much do you like them? And in that first simple, straightforward test, people who are horror fans did not have lower levels of affective empathy. For example, they felt emotions, other people's emotions, just as much as anyone else. If their mom cried, they felt sad just like you, right? And then when it came to cognitive empathy and compassion, they actually scored a little bit higher than people who weren't horror fans. And I thought, okay, well, this is kind of a self-report thing. Let me get a little more horror engagement, maybe a better thing to measure. And so I gave them I gave a new set of participants 50 horror movies. And I said, how many of these have you seen in the past 10 years? And then I gave them those same empathy and compassion scales. Same thing. Same levels of affective empathy if you saw more horror movies. Sometimes same or higher levels of cognitive and compassion, right? And I thought, all right, well, people sometimes say things, but they don't behave that way, right? And so I pulled what's called a dictator game from economics. It's where you give somebody a sum of money, give them $20, and you say, hey, you can keep this, congrats, you won an award. Or if you want, there's some people who didn't win this, who are in your group. You can donate some of it to them if you want. But there's no repercussions if you don't. It's an anonymous donation. They don't know you did it. There's no award for it, nothing like that. And I wanted to see would horror fans donate to people less fortunate than them as much and donate as high of an amount. And they did. Didn't matter how much. It didn't matter if. And I even asked them what kinds of horror they like. Do you like gory horror movies? Do you like slashers? Do you like psychological films?
They did donate,
and they donated just as much as people who hated those films.
Huh?
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's no.
There was
no connection
across the board. There was pretty much no connection, and in the few cases where there was a connection, it was to positive levels of empathy and compassion. Yeah.
See, I would almost think that people that watch these movies have more empathy in a weird way, like a protector vibe. Like you want to learn as much as you possibly can to accumulate that you can protect people or you can, because like when I watch horror films, because I feel like I'm a real protective spirit, like I always think of what I would do in that scenario.
Yeah, so what are you doing when you're imagining yourself in someone else's shoes?
Yes.
You're empathizing.
I'm empathizing.
You're empathizing,
yeah.
exactly.
So I would say they have even more.
So you wouldn't, if you're watching a scary movie, like why do you feel afraid? You're not in any danger. Why do you feel afraid?
Right, because the visuals are scary, and I'm in the shoes of the victim.
You're in the shoes of the victim. That's why. So a horror movie is just a vulnerable protagonist at danger from a much stronger villain, right? And so the reason you feel afraid is not because you're in danger. You're sitting on your couch eating popcorn. The reason you feel afraid is because you're taking the shoes. You're empathizing with the protagonist, and they're in danger.
Yes.
Right. So it makes sense that horror fans will be pretty good at
Get out of the house.
Cognitive empathy. Yeah, exactly. You're yelling at the screen.
Yeah, right.
Don't go in there. Don't go down there. You're like truly empathizing with them. So that made sense to me.
Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite horror movie?
I don't ever have I don't have like one that I'm like, this is the best movie that's ever been made, and nothing will ever top it. But
What's
I have
a
a
movie you'll
couple,
never get tired of?
Yeah, I have a couple of movies that when people ask me, what's your favorite horror movie? I'm like, well, I have a few that are kind of always in that top 5 or 10, right? So the more classic one, The Thing, the original The Thing, I think is one of the most perfect
John Carpenter's
horror movies ever made.
Kurt Russell?
Yes. That movie, it's set in a place that's hostile. You're in Antarctica, right? You're alone. It's set with a villain that is super powerful. It's this transforming creature that is stealthy, and you don't know if they've infected your friends or not. So it's got all the elements that like really incite fear. It'd be the worst possible scenario. Moving forward just a little bit, I guess, and in a slightly different genre, Dawn of the Dead, but the remake, the 2003 remake, the Zack Snyder one. And I love that people think of Zack Snyder as like a superhero director kind of, but his first film was a horror movie. It was a really, really good remake of a zombie flick. And then even further forward, I think this was like a 2015 or 16 film, Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yes.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I never saw that.
That one, that's a good one. You should watch it. And I like that one because a lot of people haven't seen it. It's not super unwell known, but if you bring up those three, like most people are like, oh yeah, I know The Thing, I've seen that. They're like, oh yeah, I've seen Dawn of the Dead, or maybe I know of it. And then Autopsy of Jane Doe, people are like one person has seen it.
Yeah.
But it's really, really good. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it does capture all of those domains of morbid curiosity. There's a little bit of paranormal, a little bit of bodily injury, a little bit of violence, a little bit of Minds of Dangerous People.
Oh, Brian Cox, Emil Hirsch.
Yeah.
Up on the screen over here. The
both of those.
I got to see it.
Yeah, it's great.
Rafe, you're going to ask?
Oh, in empathy, I had a question about empathy while we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
Do you? I worry about this sometimes because some of the things you talk about are so. Because X, or formerly known as Twitter, is so accessible, and because of the way Elon has run it, like they pretty much put everything on there now. You can see as graphic of images as possible, and it's so accessible to kids.
Yeah.
That, like when we talked about Faces of Death and things like that, we had to go to the video store. We had to talk.
try.
It was a real hot item. It was
One
a
of
hard
our
item.
buddies had a copy of it.
It was hard to get your hands on it.
You could. It wasn't at your fingertips.
No.
You could just open up X and there it is. Right.
You couldn't just Google like, show me this injury, show me this assassination, show me this murder, show me that. Do you worry that that's going to have an effect on the empathetic because children are still developing empathy at that point? Do you worry about desensitizing them or exposing them to that stuff too early? Is that like something that could affect our society?
Sort of. So I don't think it's going to affect like the development of their empathy, for example. But what it could do is it could make them feel like the world is far more dangerous and awful than it is, right? So the issue is, for hundreds of thousands of years, morbid curiosity was pretty much just a good thing, right? Like it's this thing that, if you hear about a danger, like let's imagine you're 10,000 years ago and you hear about something dangerous. That's probably something that's very local to you. It's something that is happening around you. It's probably something that happened recently, probably happened to someone you know. That's important to know about. Even 100 years ago, that was pretty true. Now you can pull up X and
but
you can see.
But if you're constantly seeing it, if it's
you can pull up a gang execution in South America of nobody you will ever meet or will ever know in a place you will probably never go. That's not so helpful to you, right? And the problem is it's like so available that you do have to remind yourself that it's so available. I think that's the thing to do, right? As far as kids go, it's difficult to you don't want to expose them to something that is like they're not going to understand.
Right.
They're not going to understand it. But I do have a chapter in my book on kids, and because I get asked a lot, should I let my kids watch scary movies? Is it okay for them to do that kind of thing? And I would say it's not only okay, it's probably actually good for them to experience that fear, experience that anxiety in a safe setting, like with you around, right?
Right.
Because then they learn how to navigate those feelings. I mean, the problem is today, and even in the past 10 years, I think it comes from a good place, but you try to keep your kids from feeling afraid. You don't want your kid to feel afraid. You don't want to see your kid anxious or afraid, and so you try to protect them, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the problem with that is that they don't ever feel those emotions. They never learn how to navigate them, right? And those are really difficult emotions to navigate. It's difficult to learn how to control your fear, control your anxiety, and then they grow up and they become adult and realize oh, the world is a really scary, awful place sometimes.
Now
I don't know how to handle it.
I have to go to a haunted house to
Two things
confront my fears.
that make me think. So when I was in college, I learned in journalism, I learned about something called mean world syndrome, which is exactly what you're talking about, where because we're inundated with 24/7 news cycles and we can know so much about what's going on in the world, we develop this syndrome where it's like the world is actually worse than it is.
Right.
And then second, I saw a research study that said most people are 11 years old and it's always at a slumber party when they do see their first scary movie.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily with your parents, but it's with people that love you, your friends.
Yeah.
Do you think that still has the same effect on kids seeing movies maybe at 11?
I think so. Yeah. As long as you're with someone where you feel, so the most common thing I hear of people, if I ask them, I say, hey, do you like horror movies? Or they'll come up and tell me I hate horror movies. And I'll say, okay, well, why do you hate horror movies? And they'll almost always say, well, when I was 5, I saw The Exorcist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that probably made you stay away from them. But there was something that interesting, I think, that happened in the last 5 years. So horror is in its peak moment right now.
Yes.
I think last time I
Terrifier and all the Saw movies.
even economically, it in the last year, I think it captured 17% in 2025 of the box office, which is 3 times what it normally captured over the past 30 years. Right? It normally hovers around 6 or 7. Mm-hmm. The only time it really went up from that was around COVID. In 2020, it went up to 12, which was unusual, right? And then in 2021, it went up to I think 13. This year, it's up to 17. I think what happened was, did any of you watch Contagion when COVID happened, in 2020? Anybody watch Contagion?
I did not actually. I was I
You were
can't deal with this right now.
Yeah, I know of that movie. I didn't watch it either.
Okay, so that movie went from being 200 and it was only available on Apple Movies or something.
You want the one that starts on the plane?
Yeah,
starts on the plane from Asia.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen that multiple times.
It hit too close to home.
I saw that on a plane from Asia the first time, and I went, "What are they playing this for on this flight?"
And I just made love to a pangolin. Damn it!
He's eating his pangolin.
Damn it!
No, I remember that movie vividly.
That movie was, it had some success when it came out in 2011.
Yeah.
But then it kind of fell into obscurity, like many movies do, right? And then if you look at its popularity, its streaming popularity, and its Google search terms, you can go to Google search trends and look up the movie Contagion, right? And it's has a peak in 2011 when it came out, and then it's flat. And then in March of 2020, it has its highest peak ever. And it went from being 273 on Warner Brothers streaming list to number 2 overnight. Wow. And that's with it only available on one platform that a lot of people didn't have. So a lot of people started watching these scary things in this case because it kind of emulated what was going on.
Yeah, very specific.
Horror movies also had their highest box office capture in 2020 and then again in 2021. And I think what happened was a lot of these people who swore off horror movies because they watched a really nasty one when they were a kid and it scared them and scarred them and they're like, I'm never watching this again. In 2020, they started watching them again. In 2021, they started watching them again because now they're adults and they felt, for some reason, drawn and curious about these awful, terrible things, right? Because the world was kind of terrible and awful in various ways. And so people started watching horror again. And now I think what happened is you have this new crop of horror fans who were never horror fans as teenagers or even young adults. And now they're realizing, maybe I kind of like this. And now I have the emotional capacity to watch The Exorcist, right?
Yeah.
And so what's happening is filmmakers have caught on to this. And now 4 or 5 years later, there's a ton of horror movies coming out. There's a ton of people watching horror movies. And it has this big boom after this major event.
Right. I tell you what, the book is fascinating, and what you go into is fantastic.
Thank you.
It's called Morbidly Curious. A Scientist Explains Why We Can't Look Away. It's available everywhere now.
Everywhere you buy books.
And then you'll be on Dak Shepard's podcast in a couple weeks. Where else are we hitting?
I'll be on Hidden Brain. I'll be on NPR, All Things Considered. I've got an Atlantic article. It'll be all the press for a book is supposed to come out when the book comes out. So the book came out October 7th. But because of the topic, every outlet was like, "Well, can we hold it till Halloween? Can we have it come out on Halloween?" So a lot of it'll come out around Halloween and through through November. So you'll see a lot of it then.
Listen, if you love the horror stuff, you're not weird. It's natural. That's
It's
what we
normal,
learned today. Dr. Coltan Scrivner, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
On its souls, as always. Thanks for bringing your buddy. We got to take a break. With our app, there's some kind of outage countrywide, and people are trying to go put the keyword for the hour in, and it's not working.
Right.
It's AWS, right?
Yeah, AWS. It's like Amazon, the whole upper eastern block, the servers went down. They're getting it fixed. A lot of stuff's coming back online, but I think the problems you've been having all morning are related to that.
Jeff Bezos is on the roof of the building right now. He's got tinfoil.
No, yes.
He's got tinfoil, and he's working. He's on it.
Yes.
All right, if you missed anything on the program today, check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Also, the podcast brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. The podcast is titled...
It's going to be something about the science of horror, or the science of morbid
3
curiosity.
inches.
The morbid curiosity of 3 inches.
Nice.
That's
Perfect.
the podcast
Very
title.
good.
Perfect. Hey, you got to shout out the hats of the week one more time, Learn.
Golden Oak Lending, I love you. Thanks for everything you're doing for Cardinal Glennon. At Golden Oak Lending, you can get a free mortgage checkup. Find out how much money you can save with a simple phone call. 314-567-GOLD.
Rafe.
Stop driving a felonious vehicle. Book your mobile detail with Pursuit Detailing today. Call 636-331-8878 or go to Pursuit Detailing LLC on Facebook, because grime is a crime.
And my head sponsored by Bates Paints. Schedule your winter interior painting now to beat the holiday rush at Bates Paints. We master paint. Visit them at wemasterpaint.com or call 636-706-1319. Thanks to those companies for their generous donations to Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. All right, Moon, what else?
I have the postponed and rescheduled billboard signing this Saturday, 9 Mile Garden, 2 to 4. It's also emo night with Warp Band and Elder Emos, but we will be there with the point swag, giveaways, all that kind of stuff, and your chance to donate to an incredible cause and sign that billboard before it goes up on the highway. 2 to 4, 9 Mile Garden in Afton on Saturday.
Learn.
My band is opening up for an Eric Clapton cover band. It's our last show of the year, November 22nd, Delmar Hall. Clapton Chronicles is playing, and I'm really excited. Never played that before, so
nice.
Come on out. You can get tickets at thepageant.com, and also come out this Saturday for the Ride or Die Halloween party at Ballpark Village, where you will find out what Rizz and I have dressed up with our spouses have picked out.
Are making us dress up like these things.
I think Tim is actually like working out like a fantasy he's been having.
Oh, okay.
So you don't want to miss that.
Rafe.
This Friday, I will be in Kansas City, Missouri, headlining the Fountain City Comedy Fest. Go to FountainCityComedy.com to get tickets to that if you're one of our KC fans on the other side of the state.
All right. King Scott.
If you want to have a fun Sunday with your family, come out to St. Louis Family Church. October 26th, 1 to 5 is their fall festival. I get to MC it, and it starts right after the third service ends. So come out. It's amazing. There's rides, food, all kinds of great things. So go to St. Louis Family Church.
All right. Thank you, Scott. We leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member Today, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill from Imperial. Stephanie, what's your last name?
Nabart.
That's right. I was just seeing if you guys were paying attention.
Yeah.
Stephanie Nabart from Imperial. And she wants to hear this song. Here it is. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Energy up.